You know me, you love me from the other two games. I am playing Ice Shelf Mountain Howl, the Fargul fighter. For those who are not completely familiar with our wonderful dungeon master, Jonathan Albin, it is akin to the Tabaxi race, more cat-like. We are in the wonderful land of Cryopathia. For those who are able to see a map, it is a large piece of snow-white ice of a continent. It's, let's see, 1, 2, more than I want to count right now across and in height.
It's a monstrous area, mostly ice, flat ice area.
Yes, we're in that area. You can kind of see it right in there where it's white.
Yeah, that's fun.
So yes, we're currently trying our utmost to survive in this harsh winterland environment.
Well, we're not standing for it, we're obviously sitting for it, but she says. Documancer is with us, so.
Oh, well, hello! Greetings! So good to see you!
Alrighty, good. More importantly, it's good for us to be seen. We actually don't see her, because the cameras don't work that way yet.
Not yet.
Alright.
Although I think, depending on the person, they might not want it just
Yeah,
yet.
there is that. That would be terrifying. Alright, so, we're in, as he mentioned, Cryopathia. And I have to use a bit to clap for us. Yay! And, Jean, your turn.
I am Valara, enough said.
Enough said?
Enough said.
You're a scout.
I'm a scout,
You don't speak the language.
and I don't speak the language. I don't know what these
You've
people...
got one word.
Yes, I do have.
Trust.
I shall. Oh,
Trust.
what?
Trust!
Trust.
Right.
We have one word in common.
Which we haven't got the full language together, but I imagine that the word for trust in Fargo would be roca.
What?
Roca.
Roja.
Roll for
With
initiative.
a CH, yeah, exactly. Roja. So we are, as we said, we are currently at the Kithhold of the Mountain Howl clan. And you guys had just successfully come back from a hunting trip.
Successful.
We unfortunately had to offload half of it to distract some Urglooks.
Urgluk.
Yeah, you're correct.
It's like Mugluck, but Urgluk.
I thought it began with a Y for a second, but no, you're right. It was Urgluk.
Yes.
And so we...
You don't know why you had to think he's starting with a Y.
I don't know why XYZ.
Yeah.
But, so yes, we got rid of the entrails and the smellier bits to distract them long enough for us to take the more meatier and good for the clan. Good for
Substantive bits.
Yes.
Right. Alrighty. So we are still weeks away from the end of the season, so to speak. So this will more than likely be a rather difficult time to keep a certain hairless one penned in, because you're starting to get your health back and you're thinking about what might be left of your team.
Yeah. Or the equipment. Both.
Yes.
She was...
But from survivability standpoint, you're thinking, well, I could live like this, but this is not my mission, and my stuff is still
And
on the
that's
mountain.
not why I was here. I'm here.
Right.
I'm a professional above all else.
So, despite the Kith being more than willing to share body warmth and kind of treat you like a family member, nonetheless, you're feeling rather penned in.
So she works out physically every day. She does do Tai Chi in the morning. She'll do more vigorous exercise during the day. I mean, if she can go out on a hunt, fine. With the group, you know.
But the interesting thing about a Kith, though, is that they run in such large family groups that they don't have to hunt every day. As a matter of fact, think about it from the standpoint of wildlife. The wild creatures, unless they're in a situation where their survival is in dire need of it, they'll hunt once or twice a month and have enough to deal with, so.
Okay. Sure, they could just take a herd and run it off the edge of the ice shelf.
They're a little bit less barbaric than that.
Okay.
We try to give and take enough so that they can still survive and we can still survive.
So
Pick off the weak enough.
Although you don't have an understanding of vocabulary, you would have picked up several words. So
Yeah, well, she will ask by pointing.
What that?
What's that? Teach me what's that.
Right. So
If she can get them off alone, crank it up and go, teach me what's that.
which is
So
really funny
I'm
because-
imagining this is like the James Cameron Avatar with the learning the language scene.
Right.
Every time she gets it wrong, just a little flick on the forehead.
Yeah,
Until-
but more important, she's very adamant about getting you aside and bringing this machine. And when the machine cranks it, I can just imagine this. She cranks it up and says, "Teach me how to say this," and points at an object. But the machine doesn't know what this is that she's pointing at. Mm-hmm. So you teach her the word for this.
Yeah.
So anytime she points at something, it's the same word. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What is this? That's this.
This.
Yeah. You go, no, what's this? Dies. No, that's the same word you said that was. Yes, dies also.
This is that.
This is dot.
This is not
Okay,
that.
she'll revise it.
You gotta update your translator with 2.0.
So she has to change her way of asking the question to be more precise. Because if she says, "What is this?" you're only going to teach her how to say the word "this."
Whatever this was.
No.
No, the word
this.
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 The translator is
She
coming
goes-
through
she
as
goes,
what is
like
your
this
word for this.
sounds like what? What? Question. She asked.
Sign language. Don't tell us what you're asking.
Show us.
Let's actually role play a little bit of this. I think it's going to be hysterical.
Oh, she's going.
So assume that is a kitten. That little blue bag.
Okay.
This bag.
Okay. Name.
Nate.
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 And then she points to all the kittens.
Nate's.
Nate for all.
Not just kidding. No,
Nate for all?
Nate. Jim.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he gets names.
Names of all the kittens. My brain's spaced out halfway through that. I don't know why.
She brings out a knife, lays down the knife. Knife.
Cut.
Your name for this.
okay. You can eventually. The whole point of it is that
Your name.
You're
you
getting
got-
more information.
Yeah.
We're getting more words between the two of us. We're not. We are.
We're building
We're
slowly.
second language speakers in the first year.
right.
Yeah.
We're learning the conjugative and all that stuff, but we're not learning.
No, we're not
The
learning the
actual
conjugative. Okay. So,
So I'll grant you common nouns
common nouns. Okay. So she can go around and say,
and some verbs like run. You should be able to know when to run. Things
Run.
like that.
Run, climb,
Eat.
hide,
stop,
scent.
send. Yes, I definitely sent.
Well, we did last week. We did say that I do have a little bit of an acute sense of smell.
Right.
Yeah, cats. Cats are usually given check.
And in this time, by any chance, should I make like an intelligence check or something to see if maybe I'm learning a few other words?
Yeah, I'm only referring to the fact that you guys are transferring words,
Yeah.
so it's like Spanglish. You're going to
Yeah.
know a little bit of both. You're not going to.
Yeah, enough of one or the other. But
Yeah, not nowhere near enough in the first month, but I'm just
No.
saying you've got a few words anyway.
oh, that's just why I was asking about.
Right.
If I should make a check or something, but if I just
that's me. That's just easy.
yeah,
To do.
it's just easier to say.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So
So now we've got trust me.
And
Nate.
Nate.
Jim.
Tiara.
Valara.
Walgrim.
He's new. He's new.
We both know him.
Yes, Vulgar.
Someone thought, oh, hey, Ralgrim, our new god. We'll name him God.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice. So, it is coming back around to your turn to go hunting again. It's been a week and a half or so.
Been a little while.
She's stir crazy though. She's
Well, as you said, that usually it wouldn't need to be hunting extremely often. Is there something causing us to be needing to consume more as of late, other than just an additional member, or?
well, no, it's because you're having to start to plan on, since it's only it's another week off before travel to the anchorage, so you're trying to get prepared to make that trek. So you would be storing up for
the travel.
For the travel portion.
Since I don't
Because you won't be hunting while you're
know a
traveling.
lot, do they have communal activities? Like, they get together, they sing, they dance. They have communal activities.
In the winter,
Social-
in the winter, not so much. Your socialization would be,
Inside the tent.
yeah,
A little bit of grooming.
the fisticuffs and stuff like you had a couple of days ago, that kind of thing. The brawling,
Okay.
yes. Teaching the little ones survival tactics before they even have their claws. That kind of
Oh,
thing.
I can imagine her going around
Little
pouncing
kids.
on the half-grown kitten.
Oh yeah,
Little kid bow with suction cup arrows.
I don't have range for that. That's outside activity.
I'm joking.
That's springtime.
String bows. Yeah. She will start taking...
How's the darn, no, I'm spacing on the word, but how's the whole clan doing?
You're collected.
Morale.
Oh, morale! You guys are fine. You're looking forward to the year. Although there has been some grumbling back and forth and asking you in particular pointed questions about the furless one, because she's, that if she's going to make the trek, she's going to be a lot tougher than she looks.
Oh, that's why she's going to be joining me on the next hunt.
Okay.
We're gonna
make sure
toughen her up, fatten her up a bit, get her nice and used to it.
Well, in that case, I would recommend that you let her carry the meat next time. Teach her how to use a travois.
Okay.
We didn't use a travois. We carried it on our backs.
Yes.
You're not talking to them; they're talking
Oh.
to each other. So you
Oh,
can't
that's
even
right.
say a word of that.
No, I didn't, but I was going to tell you that we were carrying him on his back.
I know. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She needs to learn how to carry her weight, because she's going to have to end up dragging one of the tents as part of her task too. So
Can't all be ice shelf. Some of it's going to be Valara.
So
In one of
when
the
they send you camping this time, they give each one of you a good 10-foot pole, 8-foot pole.
An 8-foot pole.
Yeah, because between the two of you, then you can carry the carcass.
So I'll put an 8-foot pole.
And you need to write one down as well. They can give you an 8-foot pole.
Would you like a pencil? Inventory. All right.
And they recommend trying to go and bring down one of the Auroch calves if you can.
Arc calves?
Auroch?
Auroch calves.
Think yak calf or what do they call them? The big one. Ox. What is the one?
Auroch.
Oh, yeah.
Auroch.
What is the northern one? The big ones that they have are real on Earth. Big.
Like bison.
But they're not. They have a name, and why is that name escaped me?
Is it a very
There's
wide
a
name?
big,
Or?
there's a big northern bison-like animals, but more with a water buffalo.
Musk oxen.
Musk ox. Couldn't get that out.
See, my guess would have just been buffalo, but you used it as a descriptor, so I would have been wrong.
Yeah, what it means is you ever seen like a yak?
Yeah.
They have this broad horn that tapers down, then
Right.
curls around like
Yeah.
up.
It's called a
that's
musk
what they
ox.
have. Musk ox.
It's because of it's not because of the horns. It's called a musk ox because of the smell.
I have a bow.
Yes, you should have a longbow now.
Long. Okay.
And
Is it a
temple-
recurve bow or a straight limb?
Hmm?
Is it a recurve bow or a straight limb bow?
More than likely straight. No.
Okay.
I thought.
That's a recurve.
Well, no, because last week it was a recurve.
Oh, is it recurve?
Last week it was a recurve we established.
recurve, yeah.
Long bow. Recurve.
Yeah, and it is actually they are built for utilization of strength.
Okay.
These aren't foot bows, right? We talked about foot bows, but
How many arrows
I don't remember.
would I have been
We
given?
didn't talk about footbows.
Or could I trade?
no, we did talk about. I know we talked about it because you're the one that mentioned the fact that you sit on the hillside with the bowstring pulled back.
Oh, yes, yes.
It's a foot bow.
Mm-hmm.
How many arrows do you figure? 20?
Usually a quiver is...
Just 6 because they're monstrous. We're talking.
Oh, 6 bows.
Yeah,
Oh, so we have a
six
There's-
arrows.
These bows, because of the recurve, can utilize your strength modifier.
Oh, string bow.
They're shorter range, but man, they hit hard.
Mm-hmm. Because the tension
So
is
it
really
means we
taut.
will have to get closer.
Right. Also, the arrow.
Well, that's why you lie in wait.
Yeah.
Also, the arrowheads are also not single plane, but biplane. So it's 4 tips. So and they've each.
So a star shaped from looking at the...
Well, what happens is it splits, and they probably have a forward and back. So they can hook somebody behind them and hit somebody in front of them, or one
No.
out.
What? No.
You said the tips?
It's a 4-point. It's a bipolar tip. Instead of a polar tip is just one arrow tip, and you've got a cutting edge this direction only.
Oh, it's a true hunting.
It's
Similar?
It's a hunting
Yes.
point. Yes.
Right.
Traditional hunting point.
and they also have barbs built into them.
So it goes in and stays in.
As a matter of fact, the Fargul hunting bow is such that the arrow tips are so valuable because you don't have mining up here because of the permafrost. The arrow tips are so valuable that they're named. So the 6 arrow tips that are dedicated to you, the 6 that they're letting you take with you, are part of the Mountain Howl
Lineage.
legacy. So you are responsible for bringing all 6 back.
Understood.
And the penalty for not doing so, in this they kind of make clear by introducing you to several family members, are scars on the back of your arm for every arrow tip that's ever been lost. So if you don't bring an arrow tip back, you get a mark. Because those are too valuable to lose.
Okay.
They carry the weight of our ancestors.
Exactly. Representative of the different hunts, etc., etc. So each year they polish them and all that, bring them back up to their shine or whatever.
Their luster.
Right, exactly.
Such a rich history, my clan.
Yeah. Well, it's just representative of the others of your ilk up here.
Yeah.
Each of you has 6, and you're going hunting for an auroch calf. So that means open field. You're not going up in the mountains. Instead, they're going to more than likely give you one of the little smallest of the ice skiffs. It's basically 3 blades on a tripod with a single sail.
With a single triangular sail. How's the weather today?
Cold and clear.
Cold but clear. Winds are good
Moderate.
enough.
Yeah, we have.
Good enough.
Yeah, 20 to 30 knot constant. Gusts up to 35.
Okay.
So we're gonna be learning how to drive.
Am I by any chance?
You already are proficient. So
I was gonna say, am I proficient in land vehicles of this?
Sure.
I am
Ice
too.
land vehicles.
Mark IIs I've handled.
Yes.
With
When he starts talking vehicle, you're going, we've had vehicles this whole time? What do you mean? This whole time we've been out here hunting with bows and arrows. You got vehicles? And he goes, yes.
Pulls out some sleds.
Sure. Yeah, well, actually, he just pulls out all the pieces because it's got to be
collapsible.
tractable. So he pulls out all these pieces and starts laying them out, and you're going, this doesn't look like any kind of vehicle. So he gets built, gets it done. It looks like a 3-bladed ice skate.
It depends, you know. I do know that there are ice boats that they run over ice.
Could have had a V8.
Nice. Last of the V8s.
Yeah, but those are carbon fiber, resistant to cold, carbon fiber, advanced tech sales.
What is carbon fiber?
You go carbon fiber? Bone? Whalebone.
Fiber?
Yeah,
Very strong.
Rope?
I wonder if whalebone could be made in. When one of the times she has it, well, if we're on the sailboat alone, she cranks it up. So, could whalebone be made into a bow?
Into bow?
Oh,
Too brittle.
too brittle.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, like whalebone, when it gets too thin, is
It
like
bend-
wood. It'll
no,
bend, but then
it
it'll start
bend.
splintering.
Well,
If I remember
they
correctly.
used whalebone for women's corsets because it would bend.
Yeah, but you're also talking
But
about shorter distance.
before a bow,
Yeah.
it would probably snap it
Well, she
free.
was thinking of coming up with a compound bow, you know, with the knockdown stock and the two ends.
Yeah.
I want an automatic reloading longbow. we're slowly going up the tech tree.
Yeah. Go talk to Crow.
Okay, anyway.
Oh, no one talks to.
That was a sidetrack. Don't mean to go there. Because this is interesting.
All right.
No one
so he
talks to
builds,
Crow Mountain.
builds the sailboat, shows the sailing vessel, shows you where the runners are. Go ahead and make a history check. Her.
Okay.
I'll have to use intelligence.
Yes, history is intelligence.
And that's one of my worst things, an 8.
Yep. So you'd have no experience with sailing at all.
Yeah.
I was just gonna see whether you might have had
Yeah,
a summer with an uncle or something.
Yeah.
But no.
Maybe up in...
No. So he shows you how you have to. You basically lay down across the craft, and you pull on the ropes in this kind of a way. He shows you. He makes it look so damn easy, and you're already having this little bit of healthy competition between the two of you. With no impatience with that kind of role, you go, no, I got it. So let's go for it.
Push off.
Roll, yeah. So you push off. Go ahead and roll percentage dice for me.
Either one or both?
Gene. No, Gene.
Okay. Sure. I believe in you.
51.
Okay, so she's 51 feet down the surface. You see that she's got a whole lot of sail. And she's accelerating pretty quickly. You're down low to the ice. So you feel like you're going pretty quickly as it is. And you realize that no one's actually explained to you how to turn the damn thing.
No.
But he did show you how to hold the rope in 2 different locations. So
Yeah.
just thinking from a car standpoint, you need to pull on one of the ropes and release pressure on the other one. Do you intend to turn left or turn right as your first turn? Just arbitrary thing. Choose.
Well, am I closer to the shore or away?
There is no shore. It's all
It's open
ice.
expanse.
It's an open expanse. Wherever I have the most room to turn.
Both directions.
Okay.
Open, flat.
Left.
So you're going to attempt to turn left. Therefore, are you going to, without you even knowing, are you going to release the rope to the left or release the rope to the right? As you're laying down across the craft.
Like I do when I ride a horse, because we had horses up there in the summer.
Uh-huh.
She went like this.
Which
so
is
she
that?
eased,
Releasing to the right, or
releasing
Releasing to the right.
and pulling to
so
the left.
releasing to the right would cause a luff in the sail. Therefore, there'd be more canvas. Okay, so you are starting to turn to the left, like you intended, but you're also picking up speed. And the nose, the top of the mast is starting to tip a bit because of the luff. And so your right ski starts to lift off the ground.
Oops. She corrects back a little bit. Keeps a more mild turn.
Deck save.
Okay?
cocked.
Cocked. Good, because 14
That's
plus
not bad.
3.
17?
17.
Okay. Yeah, you put the ski back on the ground. Means your turn was maybe 1 or 2 degrees.
Too much.
but your speed has increased as well.
Okay, what I have to do is get the wind off the sail. Is there a way to adjust the sail?
Well, that's what you're doing.
Oh, that I'm just adjusting the sail. Then what?
Because all you're doing is you're going to be moving the
So
boom.
she corrects back this way a little more to see what happens to the sail, where she pulls to the right and see what happens.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dex save.
Ooh, 1.
Okay. So you pull really hard. What ends up happening is that the boom swings. Now, you really had to kind of give that a tug to make that happen, but as the boom swings, your speed starts to drop. Now the sail is completely sloughed, but the boom is swinging towards your head. As you're laying down, it's going to pass over you, but as it passes over you, now the wind is starting to catch in the sail on the left-hand side.
Okay, then I have to ease off here and pull to the left a little bit to try to bring it back. So when it's neutral and not in the wind, in other words, it's facing the wind, there's no wind in it. So
Right.
the wind's from behind me. So I just have to make a slight adjustment this time. No big adjustment. She tries slight adjustment to get it to turn.
All to the right-hand side again? Because both these adjustments have made it on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she'll.
So she adjusts back, and the sail completely sloughs, and you're starting to slow. You're still traveling in a straight line.
Okay. So she tries this to bring it.
So now you're moving the left hand.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, you realize that the right hand is the only thing that's actually tied to the sail. The other rope is on the rudder and is actually turning the blades.
Oh.
So now you
So
start
she has to
turning.
bring both back.
There you go. You just didn't realize that. So now
Okay.
the blades are spinning out and are sliding to the left. The sail starts to catch air again, and now you're moving at an angle, but the blades are still turning so that the sail's going to fill full.
Okay.
And now you're tacking.
Okay.
It's perpendicular to the wind.
So
Now she's more than a quarter mile away from you and moving laterally.
okay. So she's gonna continue to bring it around to the left, and keep on adjusting the sail so she doesn't go too fast.
After about 2 or 3 minutes, you will end up face into the wind. Your nose will have turned all the way around,
Yeah.
but now the wind is blowing past the sail as it's.
Okay. So she's gonna have to do this, and then this, and then that.
Okay, so just say we're going to say that you understand now the basics.
The basics. Yeah.
Of how an ice rigger works.
Okay.
By the time you will have walked the distance, because she's laying there trying to figure it all out while sitting perfectly still. And you know sitting still gets you killed out here, so.
Yeah, you're sitting duck, so to speak.
Well, and you're actually, when you get close enough, you're able to point out to her that there are more dangers than what you see on the surface, because even though the ice is thick, you actually can point out there's something moving under the ice, and it's
Sometimes that crunch isn't your shoes.
that there are predators that live beneath the ice that hunt you from below as much as there are ones that hunt you on the surface. So sitting still, he points out that you don't like. There's like a bit of a reddish glow from beneath, and he's like, "Let's go."
So she said, let you take over, and she'll.
Hightail it out.
All right. So now we have the rudiments of how to do it if you had to.
Okay.
This is really important because if he gets
If I go
hurt,
unconscious,
if he goes out hurt out here, somebody's going to have to try to get this ice skiff home.
Yeah.
All right. So now you turn in earnest and start to look for signs of the
Hordes.
herds. So go ahead and both of you can roll. You with your scent and advantage, and you with just sight and no advantage.
So perception at advantage. Oh, 15, 16. So modified 20.
Oh, not so good. 12.
Yeah. After he points out the track, you're able to
Yeah. Catch
to
them.
see it. So the two of you are.
And she compliments, and she says, "Good eye."
Good nose.
Oh. Good nose.
So now she's just going to say good nose all the time when she actually means good.
And she picks up the word for good.
Through context.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are.
I gotta develop the vocabulary I know. Write it down.
Hey, probably that would be.
Even my
That'd be nice.
mistakes.
You're kind of clever.
Yeah.
so I haven't gotten to
She's
the-
slowly compiling a logbook of all the translation for when the other starts to interrogate one of Nikos' people.
Nice.
Ooh, we captured another. We captured one of you.
Well, she has a military journal.
Oh no, I'm joking. So like how Sunday had managed to capture another, and we were interrogating him. Now it's in reverse. In a sense, we've captured each other.
All right, so you're now in pursuit of the herd. So go ahead and give me a tracking check or survival if you've got it.
Survival.
Regular
Yes.
11, even though I didn't want to drop it there, but whatever.
Ooh. 16 plus survival. Whopping 19.
My
No,
nose
that's
got a
okay.
little stuffed up.
Well, no. The thing is that although you scented them first, she actually sees them first. That's all that's reflective of. So she's like taps you on the shoulder and points over at the herd. So
She
what's
doesn't
your?
always give you exact direction of where they are.
That's
Right.
the joke I'm going. I'm too prideful to admit that I could have failed.
Yes. So now that you've picked out where they are, what's your strategy for?
Are they moving or are
Okay,
they?
so typical of any of the bovine species, if they get into a position of knowing that they are threatened, the calves and the cows will move to the center, and the bulls will make a ring, basically putting their shoulder to shoulder, their heads in the direction of the threat.
Yeah.
At this point, you just see them; they're slowly moving across, and they're spread out wide.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have to.
And I haven't determined yet exactly how the kith hunt. So how do you envision them? If it was a two-person hunting mission, what would you?
Well, that's a good question. It's a wonderful question, John. So we're on a flat expanse, so there's not a lot of cover here. So
You know you're downwind of them. So
we're downwind, so we smell them. I'm just clarifying, just to make sure I'm not misunderstanding. They are a little spread out. They're not doing the surrounding.
They are not. Yeah, they are not in any kind of defensive mode. They are moving, and the other thing about their movement is in the clear weather like this, the fact that they are moving northbound suggests that they must be sensing a storm. Because they will walk, cattle will walk straight ahead into a storm because they want to get past it. That's actually true even today. If a group of cattle are in the field and they sense bad weather coming, they'll walk to the northwest corner of their location. To try to get as far past it as possible.
Okay. So they're currently in motion. Well, I imagine on a flat
she cranks
expanse.
up the box. It's too important not to know what's going on.
Okay, except the box has got a uniform monotone volume, so it's not like she can keep it quiet.
Of course.
Oh,
So
but
as
we're
soon
not
as you
that
hear her
close.
start to wind it,
Oh, okay. She stops.
because you're downwind doesn't mean they can't hear you.
Exactly. I'm just trying to think how.
So if you draw on various native or indigenous people's methodologies, one is to stealth among them by throwing one of their skins over the outside so that you look like a calf and just crawl among them.
Yeah.
Really dangerous, but once you get in close, you could at least kill the animal without incident. Second is to place one of you ahead of the herd, and the other one just literally travels along to mark which one to shoot, so that the other one does the kill, and hopefully they get a good enough shot in that it's a killing blow, so that you don't have to chase the animal.
Yeah.
The third would be to run one or more of them off of a cliff or a rise, which is not going to be a possibility here.
Not
it's too
here.
flat. And then finally, the last version is just to pick one from the edge and just start shooting and hope that you kill it before the rest of them surround it.
So I think the the one distraction and the one marking and hunting is probably going to be our best strategy at this point.
Okay.
Large, flat expanse of land, if we get them moving, it's less likely that they can completely huddle up. And it makes it to where we could possibly get one of the slower ones maybe injured or just older.
Okay. So you're going to take on the role of being the distractor or the hunter.
No.
Are you going to trust the kill shot to her, or are you going to trust the kill shot to you? You've shown her how to use the footbow, but it's...
I kind of agree. I think that you would be the best for the crazy lady trying to scare them away. What with your big booming voice?
I don't know if we've gotten that far along in the language lesson.
No.
Trust?
Trust.
Okay.
She disappointed you?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I caught that.
She's not sure if she wants to risk those arrow points.
So,
So it means you're going to have to sneak
But she'll
in.
back up.
So you're going to have to sneak in among them and find the one to call for the rest. That's the alternative. So he says he agrees and starts trekking off with his bow out to get ahead of them. It means he leaves you on foot. He took the ice rigger and he's going to move farther ahead of them.
I'm moving ahead of their herd, gonna
She
set
did
myself
seem
up
to
out of
her
sight and
pack.
start getting ready.
And she's trying to think of what she can do to either totally camouflage herself as something. Because I know she has a camel cloth part.
Mm-hmm.
And so she maybe put it over her
Okay.
and then walked on. She doesn't know. Their eyes just aren't that good, if I remember correctly.
Well, you're not familiar with them.
No, I'm
These are
not
locals.
familiar with them.
These are local.
These are not your cattle.
Yeah,
These are NycosDnd cattle.
yeah, and she's just trying
They
to
have 7
remember.
eyes and
Well, she hasn't. Yeah, no. She hasn't even gotten close enough to actually distinctly see what they look like. So, as you head towards the herd, because the herd numerically you'd see the brown fur against the white.
It's camel on one side and it's snow pattern on the other.
Okay, so which do you want outside?
The snow pattern when I first start to sneak up.
Okay.
When I first start moving across the landscape.
Okay, so you're moving towards them. You're moving from upwind of them, or no, downwind of them.
She's
So-
moving from downwind. I'm upwind of them,
Right.
technically.
Right. And you're moving. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
I got it.
Okay. 6.
6.
That means there are 6 eligible targets of either calf size or older cow.
Okay.
Which do you want to try to call? Just pick a number out of the 6.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Our number one choice.
Our very first choice.
What veil are these
It
guys?
could be like a young adult, like a yearling or something like that. Not a newborn cow. Something that would be.
No, because, okay. Yeah, you're not going to pick one that's fighting size.
No.
A yearling is fighting size.
Oh.
You don't. You've been around cattle enough to know a yearling cow is. I mean, even
No.
a yearling is a big enough animal that it can hurt you.
Yeah, but.
And these are bigger than.
She doesn't want the calf. She doesn't want the weanling or the young one. She wants something with some meat on it. It's still calf size. Okay, well, say go.
Now,
Does she accidentally
if
mark a
the
bull?
yearling-
do you want to basically be dealing with a cow, which is a full size one
No.
of these?
I
Let
wanna
me
be-
give you some clarification. These animals have 6 legs. These animals are closing in on a full-grown adult is going to close in on 1.5 tons to 2
Yeah.
tons. They're basically slightly smaller than an elephant, more compact, and their front third is by far the toughest. So it's not quite centaur-like, but their bodies are kind of trapezoidal in that their torsos are bigger and beefier on the front half than on the back half.
And they kind of fall away behind.
Right.
Okay.
And so they actually have twin tails. They're broad enough in the rump that they have basically two tails that are basically long ago there were probably additional appendages, but now they just basically act as
flap in the wind.
Yeah. Well, and they don't swat away flies like you would expect.
Mm-hmm.
What they do is they protect the excretory system so that it doesn't literally freeze up. They actually fold the flaps over their butts to keep them from being able to, so they can continue to do what comes naturally for them out there.
Wonderful.
Also, because of the fact that they move across this area and there's so much ice, they do end up taking in a lot of water, and their primary food source is actually
Algae?
the algae and protozoas that are frozen in the permafrost. So therefore even their stools are icy.
Chillers.
Yeah, their stools are almost ice.
Slushy.
Yeah, so actually I imagine it being almost like ice marbles or ice grapes, if you will, across the surface.
Okay.
So this is giving us a much better visual of NycosDnd.
Don't eat the purple snow.
Exactly. Don't eat the purple snow. The purple snow. Hey, Zizzy. Got Zizzy and Evie. We got everybody up watching today. Good.
Yay!
Don't know
The fun has
Zizzy the
arrived.
Dragon. First time I've ever seen that person's name, so welcome. All right, so you're following this. You didn't want to go for one of the young. Do you want to go after one of the elderly?
No, I wanted one of the calves.
Okay, so
I told you.
Yeah.
Once I realized a yearling was nearly full
Was an adult.
size.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
then
going to go a little younger.
she was gonna, shall we say, an older calf.
Okay.
Something that,
Heading towards yearling, but not quite.
yeah,
Something less than a year. Okay.
yeah, something maybe around 8 months old.
Okay.
But no newborns or young calves.
So as you're approaching that, the one you're actually got your eye on has actually somewhat diverted from the course of the herd itself, which is fairly common for the youngsters. They tend to have a bit of curiosity, so it's actually not quite loping, but moving directly towards you.
She takes a low profile with us,
Slump to the ground, keep your white covers over you. All right.
Try and blend in with the snow.
Yeah. And it makes a strange sound you didn't expect for it to make. Okay, so their noses, the front half of the animal, or near the face of the animal, it has at first it has a typical bovine facial bone structure, but its nose is a bit like
a short trunk.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what that animal is. There's an animal here on Earth that has a very flaccid, kind of fluffy nose, so kind of like folds over the end.
Okay.
So it's got muscle control, so it raises up the nostrils, and when it does, it goes. Eee!
Not like an anteater or anything, right?
Yeah,
Right?
it's really like aardvark,
Yeah.
except shorter nose.
Mm-hmm.
There was a movie.
Tapir?
Yeah, a tapir. That's what I was looking for. It's kind of like a
tapir.
tapir. So its nose is actually very
Almost like a short
Flexible.
elephant trunk.
They can
Right,
shift.
well, that is, and it's also used for like pulling the snows into its mouth or whatever, because there has to be some way for this thing to
feed itself.
right. So it actually must breathe really warm
It
air.
kind of like scoops it up.
Yeah, but and it also breathes warmer air into the snow to melt it a bit, so that it can actually scoop it. So
I don't have the slightest idea what that means, but she just remains.
right. So it makes that weird sound, and it moves to like a slow trot, like it's really interested in something in the direction that you are. It's moving towards you. Several of the others in the nearby area are like raising their heads and looking, but they haven't responded to the sound it's making yet.
They at the very least haven't noticed you.
She will attempt to move back out of the.
You're gonna try to move as it's approaching you.
No.
Are you
It might be more friendly to hunker down and try and completely blend with the snow.
Okay, that's what she'll try to do, to just try to flatten herself.
Okay. Well, as it comes up, it starts to circle. It doesn't quite aim directly at you, so it's apparent that it's actually able to discriminate you from the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming up, and it keeps looking over its shoulder, almost like it's expecting an older brother or something to come, because it keeps looking back. And when nothing seems to be coming, it makes the sound again. It's now basically almost behind you. The rest of the animals are continuing to move tribally. You do notice that there's one of the bulls towards the back of the herd that...
Slow down.
Yeah, it's just kind of like standing on a... There's not really a rise out here in the ice plateau, but it's...
Mound.
It's a mound. It's like
a little
standing,
pushed up.
It's like pushed up, and it's actually lifted its front half of its torso even higher off the ground, lifting its two.
Look at my regalness.
Exactly. And it's...
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, I am not going to move.
Okay. So the little one comes up behind your tarp, and you can hear the crumple of part of the tarp as its foot steps under the corner of it.
Okay, she'll try to move her leg so its next step will not... Well, no.
Yeah. And you can feel that you can feel, as we said before, there's no solar body in the sky, but what little shadow there is from the morning's light just casts its shadow over you, and you realize how close it is, and you feel that flaccid upper lip trying to tug at the tarp,
Probing at you.
You're holding it down, and you
I'm
just
holding it down.
Feeling it drag.
It's stepping on part of it, and I'm holding the other part down fiercely.
You've now gotten a position. You've got a shot.
Of this one?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a little bit of time going into stealth just to make sure I've got a complete sure shot. I don't want to risk accidentally deflecting off of
Right,
it.
well, since you can't, at this point, you can't see her at all, but this one that you can see was what her original intent was.
I don't see her, so I don't really know what's going on, so
Right.
I'm going to take a little extra time, see if I can get a bearing and see, wait a minute, where'd she go? Is she inside the crowd? Is this her thing? Is this...
About this time, the bull at the end bellows. That little sound this thing made is now completely not even to be compared with the sound that the bull makes. As it raises its little trunk-like nose forward, the sound that comes out of it is this bellow, and it echoes across the plains. And there's actually bursts of clouds of smoke out of its nose, as if it's breathing fire. It isn't. It's just the extra. Remember, the body heat they use is blasting out into the area. The entire back half of the herd basically raises its head and starts to move at a higher speed. The body of the one that you were tracking now starts to turn. It is the optimal time to take the
It
shot.
was told
So I'm
to
just letting
come
you know I
back.
was in stealth at a modified 20, just because I did say I was. So yes, I'm going to take the shot.
You get it at advantage because she's done her
Helping
job
along.
to distract it.
Okay. Base 18.
There we go.
25.
Yeah. So you're gonna. That's actually going to be, believe it or not, a critical. Go ahead and roll it back up on that.
Okay. That's going to be a 15.
So it's to be max damage at a d6 for using it as a foot bow, and also
Or max.
Yeah.
And it's a d6 is because it's a foot bow instead of a normal longbow.
no, it gets a d8 plus
Plus.
the 6 plus your strength modifier.
Plus strength. Okay.
Strength or dex?
So 14, 16. Oh wait, these were ranged attacks. So that was a 27 and a 17.
What's that? Yeah.
Range archery fighting style gives all ranged attacks a +2 bonus on the d20.
Nice.
So I just need to, for myself,
Remember to add that.
remember.
Okay.
It's more for me, not necessarily
Yeah.
for you. So max on the first would have been, just because of the +2 from strength, the 6 and the 8, a 16, and then I roll a d8 and a d6. Okay. And no strength modifier.
And you add strength modifier again, yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
4, 3, 7, so that's 9.
And 211. Oh, so 9?
Yeah, so 9 plus the 16 from earlier, so 25.
And the animal goes down hard. Just pooh.
On me.
Trust!
No, right beside you. It falls there beside you, and the rest of the herd starts to
Run.
not a full run, but they're starting to lope ahead, and that bull is heading in your direction. And he's quite a ways off, and the rest of the herd is kind of intervening, so it'll have to take a circuitous route. But it was responding to what it saw in the calf. So, what's your action going to be?
I'll get up and get my bow on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
it's what you're going to do, and unfortunately, I'm not there to tell you otherwise.
Okay, so your action is to do what?
when she gets up,
The animal went down, so.
But I see another one coming. Or
Well,
from
no,
my perspective,
from your perspective, because you'd see the whole herd move, so you wouldn't be seeing that necessarily. That's
So yes,
perceptible.
because of that, I am now moving closer.
So bringing the ice boat in.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm coming in.
no, I know exactly what she's going to do.
okay,
She stays with the tarp and moves up so she's right inside the body,
right
where-
beside, right inside the curve of the
right
animal.
at the curve of the animal.
Okay, So-
And if she can get blood on her, she'll get blood on her. The
Okay.
reason
On
is,
the tarp.
no, yeah, blood on her.
Yeah.
Tarp has no smell. She has smell. The thing smelled her. If all it smells is blood in a downed animal.
well, you're still. It's potential that it could move downwind of you. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're moving forward, it's coming around the herd. You don't see it, but he's approaching you from the other side. You see the bull now starting as it's circling around. You can't tell exactly where it's headed, but it is headed in the same direction.
It's heading in a similar direction.
But you do have an ice skiff, so there's a possibility you could distract it or whatever. 'Cause they are familiar enough with being hunted
To probably get spooked this
Right.
side of us. So, because I don't know exactly what the sound of a snow leopard would make, so I'm just going to let out a.
But the howl that
they do that scream-like cry.
Okay, then I don't know how to do that myself.
No, we don't. You don't have to. You don't.
But I'm saying I'm gonna
You
let
would
out.
know.
I'm gonna let out a nice mountain howl.
There you go. Yeah, you said cats don't howl. He shows you that they sort of do. It's more of a scream, but yes. I can't do the leopard call either. But
I
that
don't
high-pitched-
have.
that-
I've actually
but I
never.
won't.
I've
You
never.
can make,
heard
you can
it
make
in
a coyote. You can make a puma or a whatever big cat sound.
They scream.
Yeah, it's like a scream,
It
yeah.
is. It is.
So as you make that sound, the animal stops in its tracks. As the rest of them are still pounding away, it stops and turns, and it has that half a second to 1 second of indecision of whether or not it thinks they should fight you, and then it realizes that the herd's safe, and so it takes off running.
I was gonna say if it looked like it was gonna square up to fight me, I was gonna try and kite around to keep its attention away from
Her, yeah.
the downed one.
Okay, so you're smearing when you come up on her. She's smearing blood all over herself, and
Trust.
She takes out the box. I don't care if anybody has her. She cranks it up.
And she said, "Thank you. Good shot. Almost thought I was mincemeat.
Inst meat.
Chopped meat. Chop, little pieces.
Tasty. Trust. Good.
That's good.
I'm gonna look over the calf, make sure it's not still
Good
breathing. And,
no,
One shot dead.
It was a clean shot.
okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's none of that whole in the movies,
Yeah, it was-
oh, you got to finish your kill. The animal suffering.
No, you shot it basically right above the shoulder, right straight into the heart.
Yeah. Got a good cleany shotty.
Yeah.
Got to get Nate back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure, that's not
crazy
Jim?
kitten. That crazy
You know,
kitten.
I can never tell if it's Nate or Jen,
Well, he's still young. He's a bit of a kit.
Yep. It's an inside joke. Go ahead and roll percentage dice for me.
Percentile. I've got an 87.
Alrighty, both of you make a perception test.
Oh, God, not Earth. Oh, 10 plus.
That's...
Yeah, that lovely 2 is marvelous.
Yes, it's a 6. It's a modified 6. I wrote that down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
2. Perception. 2.
She's probably noticing it better than me. I'm so focused on the calf.
Perception.
You
2.
actually, it was
Plus
very
10.
funny. You hear a melodic sound coming.
13. 13 total.
13. Okay. Yeah, you hear a sounds almost like music, like instrumental music.
Like a glockenspiel.
Yeah, like a glockenspiel.
Oh, come on now. Who's going to be using a glockenspiel out in
Who knows?
Mountain duck. The cat people use some strange instruments, so it's possible that there's somebody beating on bones. Who knows? But you just hear this bell-like tone.
I don't notice, so I'm going to start dressing.
Right.
She shakes you.
Start undressing.
Start dressing
Look
the
at.
animal.
I heard a sound that sounded like somebody hit a musical note.
No, it was a melody.
You
melody.
heard, you heard
Yeah,
music.
about 3 bars of a melody.
Okay, it was like music. No, I heard it.
It's okay because the fact that you convinced him to stop. Again, the sound repeats, not very far away.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What?
Do I hear it after she
Yeah,
points it up?
yeah. It's and when you guys look back over the place that the herd just ran over, there's something shiny.
There's a mound or something.
Yeah.
And the one that the lookout was
Look, we're standing
atop.
on might have been.
Gonna cautiously prowl forth.
Okay.
I'll stay here.
Dressed.
So she starts getting the.
So you're working the animal.
I'm working the animal.
Oh, I was also trying to.
Oh. No, she wouldn't. She's back up.
Yeah.
So therefore, she
You
might
keep
not
me
know what's
covered.
going on, but she will keep them covered.
I keep low to the ground to lessen the likelihood of accidentally getting
Okay.
me.
Yeah. As you get over there, the sight pretty much, pardon the phrase, chills your bones, because one thing that your tribe has done forever is avoid the places of men, the places of the mortals. The humans have always been like bad news.
We don't go past the snow shelves.
Right, but in this case, it looks like you've discovered something buried in the snow. It looks like a metal door.
So
Literally, like a door in the
like a cellar door. Almost.
like a storm cellar door, yeah. But it's big. It's probably 5 feet wide and 8 feet tall.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well,
I
you're
know.
knocking on ice because it's
Yeah.
below the ice.
Oh, so it's actually below the
Yes,
ice layer.
but you can see it. You can see that it's something too regular to be something of nature.
Yeah. So it's underneath the layer of ice. Unfortunately, I don't know any method or tools that we could use to get into there in a quick, timely manner.
Now, you know she has her ice axes that she used climbing earlier.
Yes, I have my ice axes.
So
And they're so strangely made that perhaps they're good for cutting.
Well, you
But
still
still,
chopping it into ice. She was able to
Wait,
bury
there's
that
two
thing.
ends. There's a pointed end, and then there's the accent.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is he knows that you drove them into solid ice.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be impossible.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's okay. Again, you being a native to the area, it isn't clear ice. It's rime ice, so it's relatively easy to break through. It's
Oh, okay.
ice made from compacted snow. It's not.
Okay. Sorry, I was assuming it was so transparent that I could see through it enough, and that is
Yeah, no, I got
solid,
you. I got you.
so-
No, it's not clear. No, it's not clear ice. It's
Yeah,
rime ice, and it's over
Yeah.
a metal object, so it's heated and melted and heated and melted and heated and melted.
it's a little shelved.
Okay, she cranks up the thing again.
Well, your long distance walk away. Remember, you're still over by the calf.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't called you over yet.
So if it looks like I can dig it out myself, I'm gonna attempt to do it while she's.
Okay, so all of a sudden he goes into cat digging mode. So he's bending over the thing, and you see snow shooting out from between his legs.
Okay.
Slash.
She keeps the watch out around. She has the bow out and an arrow knot.
Okay. While you're noting, you do see the wind, as already described, was a fairly steady wind. You see,
Gusting?
well, you would see like little tiny runnels of like blizzardy kind of snow. It's not really a blizzard, but the snow is blowing across the
And
steppe,
she's
if you will.
familiar with blizzards.
Right. But you notice something odd to you is it looks like some of the drift structure almost is acting like sidewinder snakes. In other words, it looks like the drift itself is closing in on you. I don't know how else to describe it. It basically looks like the snow, the curve of the snow
Something.
moved by the wind is not naturally going to
It's
take
not
this step
natural.
over. Yes, it seems very non-natural to you.
She says,
Well, you just have to shout noise because the machine isn't going to go any louder than it is.
oh.
So you're just going to have to shout for
She
it.
howls at him.
Okay.
She's part of the mountain howler.
She attempts to do your mountain howl sound.
She's got good lungs, big girl. Not
No!
wolf howl. She tries to do a wolf howl.
Well, that'll get his attention. Yeah, you realize it's her.
Yeah, after like 2 or 3, just
Yeah.
where?
And she's pointing backwards, like
She's pointing
where you
down.
came from originally.
Mm-hmm. So so do I notice anything different about
Well, you made
her?
it down to the metal,
Mhm.
and it is clearly some form of a door.
She gets up on
sealed.
top of the carcass.
If I'm able to
Okay.
open it, I'm gonna open it.
Well, you didn't dig all of it out. You just
Okay.
dug down to where you got to the metal. So it would take
Mhm.
a while for you to get all the way. To
Okay, then I'm gonna.
She
I'm gonna-
howls again.
Right now, you can see there are 6 snake-like creatures. Their scale pattern is white and gray, and they're moving with intent towards the corpse.
She howls again.
Gesturing.
Can you see
She's
what I-
gesturing about. He's gesturing about. You can't tell what he's actually. He's motioning at the panel below him.
Oh no! Actually, I'm motioning at the calf.
Oh, like dragon.
Well,
It's 1,000 pounds. Of
in
meat.
meta, I'm saying retrieve the arrow. Because I never said I
Right.
retrieved the arrow.
Right.
So
Right.
Okay.
in meta,
So,
I'm
I know.
trying to.
Anyway, he's motioning at the body. You're really not sure what he's getting at this point.
Can I roll an intelligence check?
Sure.
Insight?
Intelligence.
I don't know. I thought you said
She just
intelligence
wanted
wasn't
to-
your better. So
No.
Or my wisdom to remember.
well,
Is that intelligence or wisdom?
insight is wisdom.
What is it you're wanting to remember, sweetheart?
Remember about how important the damn arrowheads are. Remember, and
You don't
he
even have to roll for that. When he starts motioning, it's then that you realize that he actually left one of his letter arrows in it.
okay. She'll take the arrowhead and reach down as close as she can to the head. And
You'll have to actually work it because you'll have to get out your knife and actually cut it.
she'll
right
take
into
her.
it.
She'll take her knife, cut down.
Okay. So the four snow serpents are closing in. And you notice that in addition to their scaled pattern on their upper body, their lower bodies appear to have some kind of fur, and it's the fur that they're using to grab purchase into the snow and make their distance across the. So there's
Okay.
literally like their hairs have bristles in them, so they're able to crawl across the snow.
She has the staff. She's gonna she's not willing to give up the prey that easily.
Good. These are smaller. These are. They're big. They're 6-foot snakes, but there's only 4 of them. So
Yeah, and she's not even going to waste an arrow on them.
there you go. So
She
try to
figures
beat 'em
with
the
her
pole?
knife. Yeah,
Fight
basically
with a
club.
pole and the knife.
Yeah.
8-foot bow staff.
Okay. So roll initiative. Actually, no, you don't have to roll initiative. I'll give you attacks first. Do you want to attack first or last?
Yes.
Preemptive strike.
I'll take the first strike. The first good
Okay.
strike.
Go ahead. Roll the hit.
14 plus, if I'm standing with a stick, I have a +2 in strength.
And you can use any. You're a fighter, so you can use any weapon. So that works. So
So
that's
do I get
16.
any
That'll
more?
hit.
Okay.
When you hit, you notice that when the serpent recoils, their mouths aren't like the snakes that you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
When it pulls back, its mouth is like rows of teeth.
Sucker's lamprey.
And yeah,
Land-
so
Land lamprey. Oh my god. what a
Land
word.
prey.
Lamprey.
lamprey.
Land prey.
Yeah, well, other words, it's a lamprey.
No.
Lamprey is a...
Yeah, I know. So
No,
they
no,
make-
we're making a plan. We're making
they
a
make a
pun.
word off of it because they're
Land
land-based.
prey.
Land-based
Yeah.
lamprey.
It preys on the land.
Okay, so you roll damage.
A quarterstaff does what?
D6.
D6 unless you're two-handing it, in which case it's a D8.
Probably would be two-handed it because
Well, you
I
said
was...
about your knife, so I thought you were fighting with two
okay.
weapons.
It's in the other hand. Yes. That's what I could use, a spear. 4 points plus my strength is 2.
Okay. You hit it.
Six damage.
It's brackish blood spreads across the snows, and the other 3 try to avoid you and go after the prey. 1 miss and yep. So 2 of them make lunges towards the animal and don't quite make it, but the third one does grab a hold of the lower legs and just starts. Basically, you see the body pulsing because it's basically feeding off.
It's
Bloodsucker.
eating. Yeah. It's,
Oh, good. It's shall we say, its dex is denied prey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and you're fighting that. You've now got about a third of the door cleared. You see that it has a gear-like symbol, and the word EIH in mortal.
mm-hmm.
In the tongue of men.
When I look over, I see that she's swinging around a staff.
Well, you'd probably see the first lamprey go flying because she hit it pretty hard.
Okay, as soon as I see that,
You know what they are.
I'm
so-
running back.
Okay.
Because she needs help. They don't. I'm assuming they don't usually just go alone.
Yeah.
They're pack members.
Yeah. All right. So your
And I
next
get a
round.
dash to
Okay.
get there.
Yeah, you'll be there in 2 rounds.
Yep.
The one on the leg. 17 plus...
You hit him.
Okay, and I will do a D5 of damage. That's with everything.
You did a D5. You mean you do 5? You said you'll do a D5, which is really
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry.
5 in the D6.
5
Total
total
of
on
5.
the dice. On the dice, 3 plus 2, 5.
Gotcha.
Trying to give you the total without...
Yeah, it recoils and lets go, so it's no longer attached. It did do. Just put a 4 down for me. Then something.
4?
Just the number 4. Or
Okay.
keep it on a dice.
I got
that's
it.
fine. All right.
No, I got it.
And attack, miss, attack, miss, attack, miss. So the other 3 don't land. And 1 more round by yourself.
Not like bloody likely. 7.
Miss.
Okay.
4 attacks. This time 2 of them are going to be brave enough to go after you. The other 2 are going after it. Miss on you. Miss on you. Miss. These guys are pathetic. Probably about this time that I should note that they don't have eyes, that they're only pursuing it from the scent of the blood. Because
Is that what they're called? The miss on you?
nice. Miss on you.
No.
That's their word for it.
Land free.
The miss on you.
That's pretty funny. Okay, so now you can enter and count. You can enter. You'll attack
combat.
last in this. So you go ahead and swing now as you come in.
Swing now?
Yeah.
Alright.
On the next one, 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna get in. I see them. I'm going to use my regular longbow to shoot at them.
Just regular arrows. Sure. Okay.
That is going to be a 18 to hit.
Oh, you hit.
Alright. That is going to be a 7 damage.
It's dead. You stapled it to the ground. It's more than likely one of the injured ones anyway. That leaves me 2 to attack. They're going to be... One does... I guess they must not like the cats.
What,
No, they both go after you.
They turn on me?
Yeah.
Ring!
Must have... They smelled
Of
you
course,
coming.
you know it's going to be
Yes.
difficult to lie onto
Yes.
him with all his long hair.
She has weird smelling blood.
Yeah. Well, no, she's not. She's not been injured. She's covered in the blood of the
Cat.
animal. She killed the they killed the Arak calf, and so she immediately ran over and started spreading its blood on her to protect herself from
The
bull,
guard.
the bull, in case the bull came after her. All right,
But
next round. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, 2 of them are coming after me, but
They missed. They horribly missed.
Okay.
I'm rolling really badly for my monster.
That was a 15 to
Not a
hit.
bad thing.
So they're within 5 feet of me, though.
Yeah.
All right, so that means I have a disadvantage on ranged attacks, but I can
Yeah. Hit him with a stick.
improvise with the bow.
With the bow. Good. That's an improvised fail. Okay, you got that.
That is going to be a 10.
Yes, that'll miss. But you did get a hit.
I get it. 4 points of damage.
That's okay. It's enough. The second one's dead. The 2 uninjured ones. Let's see. Yeah, they actually will
Retreat.
move away. Yeah, because they don't want to. They sense the death of their friends and don't want to die either, so they're crawling away. They don't crawl very fast. They only move about the same speed as the wind, so it's only 5-10 mile an hour, and they don't travel in a straight line. Like I said, they're
They
kind of
Like a sidewinder.
like a sidewinder.
they serpentine away.
Yep.
Trust.
Trust.
He points to the things, you know. He picks it
Yeah.
up. What?
Land prey.
Mianyu. I like that. Which is
Nisanyu?
Nisanyu.
That's what the elders call it.
I thought you'd like it.
That's a good use for it.
Miss Anya. Miss Anya?
No, land prey. That's what.
Land prey.
I said-
He says Masanyu, the machine says land prey.
Okay. So what?
You had to wind it to have that conversation. So you get both names.
I get.
I get a new name for a monster. That's pretty good.
Miss Anya.
That's what I'm
Anya.
here for.
Miss Anya.
Yes. So
Done.
now, do I know anything about these? Like, are they edible or are they?
No, they
Don't make good eats.
They're like any bottom dweller. You kind of like spew, you spit at, and yeah. You even
They'd
warn
be
her away
juicy.
from it. No, they'd
Do
be.
they?
In the bad way.
Okay, some people like catfish.
Mhm.
Other people think catfish tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
Catfish isn't that bad.
Farm raised catfish isn't bad.
Well, of course not, because it's not raised on poop. But
Yeah.
real catfish basically eat poop.
Yeah. They're bottom.
They're
They're
bottom
scum
feeders.
eaters.
If they're
scum
cleaned properly,
They're still okay. I know.
they're okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But
So-
there are things like carp that you can't eat because they're considered to be garbage fish.
And once they're fried, it's basic fish.
The other thing
Could
is,
they're
you suck them in buttermilk.
Yeah, okay. I mean, my point is that you're not going to. His people don't even see them on the food chain. They're like, no, that just.
Well, in cold weather, it'd be too much work to.
She's wondering about the scale. She'll skin them out.
You're going to skin out the lamprey?
Yeah. She's interested about the skin and that fur. Just
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not. They don't give. Nobody else in the world gives 2 hoots for him, but I can see somebody who's new to the world going, a rat. I wonder what a
If
rat
they-
looks like on the inside.
How you clean a catfish is you cut off the head and you pull down, but then its skin just kind of peels off like a sock.
Yep.
So you have pre-done socks.
Nice.
yeah.
Ugh.
With scales on one side and fur on the other.
The first thing we do is skin out this calf.
Yes, so you finished that now.
Yeah, we're gonna skin it, and then we're gonna wrap up the meat in the skin, and then we're going to rig the travois. She brings out
Yes,
that.
well, notice where the travois is coming from. You no longer have the ski. You use that to get out here. You're walking back.
We're walking.
Yeah, you traveled a good 30 knots with the wind to come hunting, but now you're going to walk all the way back, dragging the calf.
The skip. Are we dragging the skip with us?
Yeah, but it's the amount of meat you're traveling with is such that you would bury the blades and it wouldn't be sliding on the ice.
It doesn't distribute the weight enough to.
So how do you get the skip then?
We use it
You
basically
dismantle
as
it,
Yeah.
put it back in its bag, strap it to the calf, hook both to the 8-foot poles to create the travois.
Yeah, show
And
me
then-
your tarp.
And he goes, and then he points at it and goes, "You drag."
But first door.
First we go to door, but you're going to drag it. You're like, I get to what?
Dragon?
Drag it.
Yes,
All
we're
right.
gonna.
So you dragged it over to the door.
Yes. So now you
Okay.
can see the metal.
So now you
door.
can see the metal door, and it's got the letters IH and a gear.
You mean anything to me?
What's that? 18 tooth gear.
What?
18 teeth.
18?
18. The gear has 18 teeth. The pegs that stick out.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything to you, as far as you know. As a matter of fact, you're surprised to see something written in common on them. To
You mean
In
in
your-
Terran?
yeah,
enough.
just an I and an H. That's what it looks like.
E.
Okay.
I'm gonna try digging more of the door out to.
Okay. Once she sees what you're doing, she can pull her ice knives out, and it won't take you long to basically
Go through them.
Clear out at
pry
least
out the
one
big
door.
chunks of ice to get it,
Yeah.
so you can open the doors.
She sinks in the bit and pulls and
Yep. The door just has those two standard metal rung type handles. There's no locking mechanism, whatever. It,
then she grabs it.
I'm gonna put a tarp over the calves.
Well, you'd have a
slaughter.
cloth. I used a tarp to make the cover that.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Right.
trying to make a cover to keep any snowfall
other-
or anything off because if
right.
we're here overnight for any reason,
you don't want to.
I want the neck. Yeah, I don't want it getting frozen to the ground. I want to be able to just peel it
Oh,
off.
drag it in.
Well, I
You want to drag it down a flight of stairs and then drag it back up a flight of stairs?
Yeah, that's. I was thinking it
A
was
ton of meat?
Okay, and
A ton. That's
It's heavy.
a ton.
Weighs
It,
a ton.
it's a theoretical, physical, literal ton.
At least it's not a crap ton.
Or, yeah, an S ton, or yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a slush ton.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, the doors open, and you see a set of staircase leading down into darkness. They go at least 40 feet. The staircase is as wide as the door, so it's only the 5 feet wide, going down into darkness. At the bottom, you see another door, but that one has a wheel on it, and centered on the door.
Okay, she looks
Like
first
a
around the rest of the
wheel.
area, see if there's anything written, because it's there.
There is nothing.
I'm gonna
Okay.
light a torch to illuminate the area around
she
here,
cranks up
'cause
the translator.
Roll percentage dice now. And learn something about your translator.
garble.
75.
75. Nice.
Yeah. You're fine, but you notice that the crank slips a couple of teeth as you were turning this time.
Oh, good. The gears are made of plastic.
I hate that.
You're using it far too frequently. The chance of you actually damaging it and making it non-functioning is increasing.
Plus, the cold doesn't help.
Plus, the cold doesn't.
Okay.
Just be careful. I know you like being able to talk to him, but you have to be careful because you can make it so that you won't be able to talk.
Well, she can try the other way, which is with the
Well, this is why we're learning-
solar charger. It just won't be that usable that many times.
Right.
Okay.
So I
But
lose.
you already rounded for this time, so you can
Yeah.
use it. You were going to ask something. So.
She says, that has our language on it, my language. Not from here, but from where I'm from. So I don't know what's in here. It's not familiar to me. But it's certainly of a, she says, tech level.
He goes, it's a door made out of metal. This is your tech level? Okay. Tech level.
Oh no, I'm just thinking tick. Tick.
Tick? No, I'm good.
No ticks.
No teaks.
Apparently we did not connect. So anyway, she'll
I've never
go up
once been
to
interested in your
the,
translator.
she'll go up to the thing and
Maybe down to the thing.
down the stairs.
Mhm.
Down the stairs.
Okay.
I
So
look
the
towards
door
right sometimes.
beyond is oval shaped. Elongated oval.
Okay.
Wheel in the center of the door. Gear mechanisms attached above and below to metal rods.
Does it have a glass
The hint-
porthole?
It does not.
Okay, I'm trying to picture the gears above the rods. On each rod?
No, there's gears next to the wheel.
Okay. Then
They're
she
assuming
will
it's
try
bars
first
to-
turning to the left.
bars.
It's a locking mechanism.
Right.
Yeah, it's a locking mechanism.
Okay.
Ever been in a submarine?
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked it.
Or any-
She
strip.
tries first to the left to see if there's any get that way any movement.
Well, lefty loosey, so go ahead and roll strength check.
Yeah, you got it.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Haven't got an extra character sheet?
You need a character sheet?
I do.
Alright.
Left.
20.
No.
Modify 20, nice.
Modified 20.
It turns like it's greased.
Okay.
It squeaks a bit, but it rotates around. And as it does, the teeth of the gears on the wheel engage with the teeth
Normal
on the
or
two bars.
player
You
friendly?
see the two
Doesn't
bars.
matter.
Here, I'll give you a
Withdraw.
player friendly.
Okay.
All it does
When
is
it- when it
all
does-
the skills are next to their stats.
There's a
Spell list?
dome
No.
just above the door
Not yet,
frame.
anyways.
You wouldn't really have noticed in the dark. But
Wait, I
as it finishes turning,
That's what I did.
a red lamp inside of the dome starts to rotate. So you're getting flashes of red light.
Okay. Trust.
Trust?
Go away. Go.
Go.
Points you at the staircase and says
To go up?
Go back up, yeah.
I'll go sit at the base of the staircase.
Okay.
So right now, literally 3 feet away to the bottom of the stairs.
Up. Up. Up.
Trust!
Climb.
Safe.
Climb. She knows climb. Climb.
Okay. As you say climb, the red light stops and a green constant light comes on.
Okay. All right. She waits until that light settles down or is settled or is a couple moments.
Green
And
would
then
probably
looks
be.
for a mechanism to pull the door open. If it's unlocked.
Just grab the wheel.
Grab the wheel and pull.
Okay. As you grab the wheel and pull, you realize that that metal bar on the right-hand side was the hinge. So
Okay.
as you pull the door open, in the room beyond is in utter darkness. The slight green light from the lamp above you, reflecting on the floor, looks like a sarcophagus, metal box laying on the floor, shape of a man's body.
Torch. I'm giving you a torch.
Torch. Okay. She takes the torch and walks in.
Okay, does you a lot of good when it's not lit.
I kept saying I lit it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say you lit it. My bad.
Yes, I
My bad.
I was trying to elicit a reaction, but I guess I just was not as demanding of all of your
My
attention.
attention.
It's one of those new quick strike torches. Just
Whoosh! Strike it across the wall.
It's got a
Those
red,
are cool. It did fit those.
it's got a red tip.
So, John, this has been on hold for you, and Matt, this has been on hold for you.
Okay.
That one I put on hold just the other day.
Okay. So I just didn't know how long we've been there.
Yeah,
You still
Kevin's-
getting this, John?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Yep. Thank you.
What's the book?
Tyranny of Dragons.
It's the rework of Rise of Tiamat.
It's the original. They put
I
a nice
noticed
new
several
cover.
reworks in there.
Well, they
Oh,
are
by
on
the
it.
way,
Got the salt marsh back.
Salt Marsh came back. I found it. It was somebody turned it into.
Yeah, I heard
Also
that.
found.
Nice.
I know you weren't talking to me,
Good
but
people.
I heard it.
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently I left it in here. It leaned up here, and they didn't know whose it was. They didn't bother to even look if I had my copy there. But
So anyway, she will go ahead with the torch, go up to the... Now, she looks around the walls to see if she sees anything.
yes, there's all kinds of writing all over the walls. I mean, it looks like somebody might have been locked in here for a really long time because it's hand-scratched scrawl in some kind of black ink on all the walls. Just,
Thank
She
goodness
takes-
only black.
Right now, she takes time to read.
you can't read any of it. It's all weird emblems and symbols. It's
they-
hand-scratched scrawled, but it's not a language you can understand.
They devolved into hieroglyphics.
I have a picture of one. It might be there.
Okay, she'll go ahead and go to the box.
Okay. So she's disappeared into the room with the torch. She asked you to go up the stairs, but you didn't go up the stairs before this all happened.
That one might be there.
Okay.
Well, she said trust, and she made a gesture for me to go to the stairs. So
So
I'm
wait.
going to keep a good ear out for
Okay.
sounds
So
that
you
imply.
still hear the hiss and pop of the torch as she's walking around looking at all this writing.
Mhm.
The box in the middle, the sarcophagus-like object in the middle, is unmarked. There's no marks on it, but even the floor has been written on.
Wow. Okay. She'll finally go to the... Since it's incomprehensible to her, and she has no...
Okay, so for further clarification, there's also a small ladder with wheels on it, one of those like a library kind of ladder. Let me rephrase that. It's more like the ones in a warehouse. It's the stairs with the.
Oh,
wheels
okay,
on the
yeah.
bottom. That's sitting there, and the writing goes all the way to the roof, and even upside down on the roof. There's all this.
So
weird-
somebody used this ladder to just write.
Right. And as you go over there, laying underneath that ladder, you see the skeletal remains of what looks like a child. Except it's weird because while it's desiccated beyond most recognition, it still has flesh on the bones and hair
It's mummified.
and a beard. And the beard is longer than the height of the creature.
Mummified.
Gnomified.
Typical what happens in a really, really cold climate with no humidity.
Ice.
You hear him yell. You hear her say ice.
Shelf.
Come.
Well, she's called for me, so
Right.
it's the coast is clear. Let's,
Yep.
I think we have sit down and stay, maybe.
Nice.
Not dog.
Yes.
I push the.
She goes, cat! Yeah. If you teach a cat to stay, that's pretty good.
Whenever you put a cup on a table next to him, he just
Has to knock it off.
and looks at you in the eyes while he does it.
Must resist urge. No.
Come
So,
here.
yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
So, what language did you say you read and write? Any?
I know Common. I actually did not take the time to learn, so I too have 2 open slots.
So, what slots do you have written down now that I'm asking for a possible language?
Let's see. I'll at least take
You do have you would have common because you do have the trade
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, I have Common. But yeah, besides Common, I have option of 2 more.
Does he recognize the letters at all?
It maybe if I speak it or write it, maybe.
Like-
But
I might speak this language, whatever it may be.
That's what I'm
that's kind of what he's
I'm hinting at, but I'm wanting him to actually
select the language.
select it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't leave an open slot open forever.
By the way, we have a new viewer today, so say hi to Zizzy Dragon, and we'll get to who you are in a minute.
Hello,
I think I know Zizzy.
Zizzy. ZZ.
Zizzy the Dragon.
ZZ Dragon?
Z-I-Z-Z-Y.
ZZ.
No, Z-Z-I-A. Zizzy the Dragon.
I imagine I got my wonderful outgoing personality tropes from a gnome.
Well, that's really good because that's what's written all over the inside of this.
Really?
Really.
Shock.
And
You mean to tell me that the tiny skeletal remains with the beard and hair still is a gnome?
is a gnome.
I would never have guessed. Okay,
You
sarcasm.
would never have known.
Why? Because this is
No,
clearly.
you
Wait a
never
second. Wait a
would've
second.
known.
This is
Sarcasm.
guys. You have to realize this is clearly the tomb of the unknown.
Oh,
Was he a soldier?
No.
No. They call it the tomb of the unknowns now because some of them
unknown.
are soldiers, some were medics, and so on.
Most were gnomes, though.
Oh, okay. We fought for equal battlefield rights.
Exactly.
Can you read this? Read?
So,
It's a running commentary in the form of experimental notes with hypotheses, theorems, postulates, all having to do with what it might take to cause the well, it keeps referring to it as ruffian. Ruffyan.
Ruffian.
Yes.
Ruffian?
Ruffian.
Ruffian.
Spell it again?
Ruffian.
Ruffien. Ruffian.
Ruffian.
How to get it to operate.
So it's just theoretical.
It's all theoretical. There's not a single mark at all on the box itself.
She goes to...
But all the writing is. I tried on Tuesday 24th. I pushed underneath the left hand side. Nothing worked.
I tickled under the chin.
Yeah, exactly.
No response.
Okay, so
I whispered sweet nothings. Negative.
I
It
rubbed
sounds
ketchup
like
on
he's
it.
trying to activate a robot.
That's way too much of a stretch.
Okay.
It's not. It's a
Sorry.
box.
for context, it looks like it just sounds like he's trying to open it.
Is
Yes.
it Tinker gnome?
Ooh, there's a stretch since you don't even know what that is.
No, I don't know. She says gnomes are what?
You don't even know that. He only understands gnomes. You don't understand what it is. He hasn't even said that to
Oh,
you
yeah,
yet.
even set used the word. Sorry.
You're reaching for information you don't have.
Erase.
Statement not an evidence.
Okay. She points out to this.
The child.
What?
Corpse. Corpse of gnome.
She points to this. Oh,
Old gnome.
okay. She says, since she doesn't know, she will repeat your word.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing she can do is repeat your word. That
Well, I
is.
thought we established that your translator was just freshly wound.
That was earlier when she had the
Oh.
She has to literally wind it for every single thing that she wants to say.
Oh, okay.
That's-
Well,
That's why I was trying to get her not to use
So
it.
you can add on your thing gnome and corpse, though they could be interchangeable.
Well, in actuality, asking about the gnome, he would either respond with shelter or tink. He would never actually say gnome.
What would I recognize?
More than likely tink. You just would know the
Okay,
machine.
I just figured two mummified. I wasn't even sure if that's
No, location, devices, machines. This sounds like a place for...
Who knows? Maybe it's a shelter out of his element. That's. I
Okay.
was not sure if there was a fit. So yes, Tink, old Tink.
Dead tink.
Yeah, corpse
Old,
tink.
she points to the cards. Old Tink.
Tinker's notes.
She repeats the word that you used. Okay.
Does Nikos have like a compendium of summaries of all the books called Tink Notes?
See also.
Okay. She says, come.
Okay, so we're gonna check out that sarcophagus.
Okay, so looking at the metal box, it's
Yes.
got no seams per se, and the not connected to the floor. It's actually got a small groove around the bottom.
Okay. What she tries to think is if it's genetically locked, so that because we know about the handprints of humans will access
True.
things.
True.
So she tries to just lay the hand on the top of the box.
I sniff it.
Roll a d6.
I sniff it.
You sniff it.
I just sniff
Sniff
it.
the box.
1.
The box smells like
Metal.
machine oil, maybe. Huh?
1.
You tried on my helmet. Smells like that.
Yeah, it smells like metal. Smells like metal and shame.
Smells like oil.
Yeah, exactly. When she puts the hand on the top of the box, the door slams shut behind you. You hear brrrr as the wheel turns.
Yeah,
Maybe you should-
soon our notes.
The nice green light
No,
goes
right.
out and starts flashing red again.
Maybe you should have brought the thing down here to have something to eat.
Soon our notes.
After a few seconds, the red lights stop flashing.
Well, we've got a torch still. I'm gonna put my cat-like paw pad hands on, feel the metal, and see if I can by any chance.
When you're putting your hand on the metal box, and as you touch it, you hear a voice say, "Fire potential," but it's in common. I mean, in your language, you hear
Terran.
In Terran. Fire potential.
Take your hand.
Fire potential. Fire potential. Fire potential. 3, 2.
She puts her hand
One.
back on it.
Both of you get to make a saving throw versus Constitution.
You have a torch.
You have a lit torch.
No, I didn't understand the language.
Yeah, no, he didn't have a way of knowing. She didn't know what it meant.
13.
Whole place filled with foam.
He won. No, it's
3. 16.
Okay,
14.
yeah, both of you are on the ground for quite some time. Yeah, both of you fail and are on the ground for quite some time. You wake up with racking headaches, just horrible headaches. Your body temperature is downright cold. You didn't have a blanket on, so it's not going to be down for long. The torch is far long ago extinguished.
Yeah.
The metal box is lifted, and there is a, for lack of a better term, a hexapodal centaur. It's got 6 metal legs and a human-ish looking form made out of metal.
She gets up as soon as she can.
Yeah, as you look up, you realize that the diminishment of the light outside indicates that it's even farther into what would be the night.
Did the door open again?
No,
No.
Okay.
this baleful thing is looking down at you.
Is it active?
No,
It had to stand up though, because otherwise it wouldn't have fit in the box, would it?
sure it would.
What?
Sure it would. It's in a recessed space.
It's in a recessed space.
So the box is now open and
The box is hanging suspended in the above it.
Okay.
So now whatever was in the box is standing right there.
Yes.
It's a 6-legged.
Fundamentally, your hand did activate opening the box, but bringing the torch in here caused the fire alarms to go off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it basically released a chemical reaction to get rid of the air,
To get rid of the gas, right?
so that the fire
Yeah,
would be snuffed
fuel.
out by
Yeah.
no fuel.
Could I be carrying headache pills?
Some
No.
aspirin.
No?
No, like I told you, he took away everything that was tech at all from you because he didn't want you to be exposed. He only left you the long stick because he knew it was absolutely useless to you.
Well, if it's about the
And
same
the
size as us,
pistol.
I'm getting right up in the face to look at it and
Okay.
marvel at its
So you look
carving.
at you look at okay. So the face of it, I said humanoid. It's got a head, but there doesn't seem to be any eyes per se. There's this metal band across the midsection of the face. No, it's not moving at all. It's just there's this metal space across the center of the head, if you will. There doesn't appear to be a nose. There's a grill down near the bottom, but there's like no place for a mouth per se. It's
Okay.
just a bunch of holes.
We had
She
very similar ideas of the
recognizes it
face,
as
except for the eyes.
an independent, well, as some sort of robot. But does she have any concept of this type of robot?
You have no idea what this is. You know it looks mechanized, but
It's mechanized.
It's
And you wouldn't use the word robot. Robot is a archaic term. It's not an android,
it's
but this would be just a machine, maybe a mecha. You wouldn't call it a robot by definition.
okay.
It's a barbarian-esque term.
Yes, it's
A barber.
American human ancestry created the word robot, and nowadays the robot is by definition gone. And we all think of androids. This thing's not even an android because it doesn't have a human form. It's got this 8-legged body,
Six-legged,
6-legged body. Sorry.
hexapod, podal.
Well, and it's actually hexapodal in a weird way because the legs are equidistant around the body.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was half expecting. I was imagining horse body.
Yeah,
With
think
six-
more like
Shoot
think
up.
more drone.
Think Carl
That's what I'm talking about.
from Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah, she says, damn, nobody left the instruction manual.
yeah, that's pretty good. Except it's more square. I imagine it more blocky.
I'm
Less.
I'm not the artist, John.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm lifting the right
But-
hand up.
It does have a symbol.
Okay.
I'm lifting its right arm up. See?
Okay, you go to move. Okay, so it doesn't have arms in the traditional sense. It's got two bulges down the side that look like they should be where the arms should be, but they're only hemispheres. They go to the body, and so there's no way to lift the
Yeah.
arm off.
Well, I went thinking that was there, and find out.
Yeah.
Okay,
You do notice that the legs are the only things that are distended, and they are equidistantly spread out.
Yes.
she will try putting her hand on it.
Where? Okay, now.
Chest.
Okay, for clarification, show them the symbol again, because that was the one thing you brought to the table that I didn't include.
Ignore the face for now.
The thing on the left.
I can,
The heart.
Yeah.
oh. On the left, okay.
You recognize it as a symbol in the E language. The letter in the E language that comes closest to what that symbol looks like is a symbol that represents bringer of peace, a peaceful one.
P-
It's often used in
Peace,
religious
peace.
orders to speak of the speaker of the church.
Now he'd recognize it.
Yes.
Yes.
Speaker.
Okay, she puts her hand on that symbol.
Okay. Roll percentage dice for me.
Okay, there we go again. 47.
Yay! D20, please.
2.
Alrighty, now high or low?
So, do you think your 47 is higher or lower than what he
I
has
never
for his
thought I'd be
charge?
on this side of the higher low door.
Never thought you'd be like, no! Please make the roll! Please make the roll! Please make the roll!
And big explosion, shrapnel everywhere, everyone dies.
I think
TPK.
I kind of wanted to be junkie, so
Well, you're slick.
I don't want to be slick.
You're slick. You're coming with us, slick.
Is 47 higher or lower than my number?
Yes.
it's higher.
Alright, she thinks it's higher. Alright.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nope.
She starts looking around for an on-off button. Okay? It has to be something that's readily accessible.
Okay. While you're looking around for an on-off button, let's see. You're going to have to move the wheeled ladder because it's kind of in your way.
Okay.
And as you push it out of the dwarvish body, drops a book.
Look.
Many blink. Ice can't read.
he looks at it. I can't read. But you read the gnomish stuff. It's just whatever this is, you can't. That's funny.
I can't. I'm trying to also keep it.
That's
simple.
all gnomish.
I'm sorry.
I can't read.
I can't read this writing. I'm sorry. I just
Is
can't
it?
read.
Is that gnomish? I wasn't
That
expecting.
is not gnomish.
I was about to say because no. It's funny because gnomish uses the dwarven script in physics.
Exactly.
This has nothing to do with any language I'm familiar with.
Too bad we don't have a linguist amongst
It's
us.
not a binary system. She's talking to herself. It's not a binary. I see 1, 2.
I kind of just.
Percentage dice.
One,
I was gonna say I just
one,
playfully go up and push.
One.
Seven.
Exclamation.
Push in the eye.
Percentile, you said?
Oh, no, push the
77.
heart, just the
Push
the
the
batting it.
77.
77?
One,
You're doing a cat-like bat.
Roll percentage dice.
Ooh, percentile.
1, 2, 3,
88.
5, 6, 7.
99.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark.
As you start to push, as you start to reach forward, the band across the face turns yellow.
I just stop, hold.
2 life forms less than 20 feet. Intent unknown.
That's what it says.
No.
That's what he's hearing.
That's what we hear.
No, you don't hear any of that.
We don't have anything.
All you,
This is
the
scam.
only thing is you can respond with the pointing at the face because it's not the yellow glows.
Okay.
Well, I'm just deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
Right
They
now.
would be
Just-
in the real dark, wouldn't they? Because the
Yeah.
torch went out. And
Right, and it's only barely what little light from the sun is coming down
so
through the.
pitch blackness.
All of a sudden, yellow light comes on, and it's only about the same light as like a glow stick. It's not.
I'm assuming it's like a 1970s computer screen. It barely even gives a glow.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, it's actually 70s glows. 70s TVs used a
Or-
CRT, so they actually put out a lot of light.
I'm thinking small glow though. I'm not thinking bright. I'm just thinking enough to go from a distance. Yes, that's a glow, but I don't know what it's for.
Yeah. This is not even. You couldn't read by this light or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
just a yellow band.
So I
There's
just
very
rolled,
few
and if
different
nothing
symbols.
happens,
I see an eye, an exclamation mark, a dot over an inverted.
So if
Can
nothing
you
happens-
describe to me my body?
Sure.
Vertical cylinder, 6 legs.
Vertical cylinder. The 6 legs are on the. It's basically insect-like in that you've got a head, thorax, and abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
The abdomen's where the legs are all attached.
Mm-hmm.
Thorax has the potential for arm attachments, but the model you are, they haven't been mounted.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got the nice little caps to protect the arm connectors.
Cool.
Defense for the model is
Is
basically
it like
shut down.
smooth metal? What's it made out of? Looking.
Oh, the torso itself is metallic. I imagine kind of anodized black. The arm,
similar
yeah.
in shape.
Almost like spider-like attachments.
The legs rotate.
Similar, just crudely.
The body doesn't. So unlike Carl that has to take the ride around, you don't. That thing's move independent of you. As far as internal checks and stuff like that, your systems haven't even kicked that far on right now. It's just awareness, proximity alarms. That's all.
So, if nothing
It hasn't even
changes,
triangulated to where they are. It's just within so many feet of you.
if nothing changes, then I continue my
The
reach out.
okay. Your proximity sensors now indicate physical contact.
That
Sure, why
doesn't
not?
sound- Anyway, she says that doesn't
As
sound good.
soon
Whistle.
as so
Whistle
so
sound.
we hear the alarming sound.
Yeah.
So, Valara, we now hear alarming sound.
Yeah, she
As
says.
soon as that
But it's
happens,
localized to the box, to the device.
as soon as I hear that,
Uh-huh.
I freak out. I accidentally push him. I just push him with all my might and try and run away.
I would be stupidly stable with 6 legs.
Yeah. And you're still in your charging nest, so you're not.
Like,
Well, I said I push. I didn't
I
say I
know.
push you over.
I know.
each of them are gonna
It's-
have like
it's a freak
shocks.
out.
He'd just be like,
It's a freak out.
Yeah. You would actually move farther back from pushing him than you.
Well, no, that's why I said I push and then I run away. I'm freaking out because this thing that I don't recognize is making a noise.
Okay, so you're now up against the door. It's closed.
Is there any sort of gear on the inside?
Say what?
I'm not there.
Yes,
There
you are.
are. It's making an alarm sound
The
right now.
box.
Yeah, I understand. And she's
And this one's over in the corner hissing at it.
hissing at it.
But the sound is coming from it. The klaxon
It's
is just
not
a
coming
little
from
closer.
Right now, she's just holding. She looked at the book. It's,
It doesn't make any heads or tails to you, right? I got
no, quite honestly, she did identify the symbols and saw that were patterns of straight lines, then ending in some either I symbol or a she saw an I symbol. She saw what she's calling an exclamation symbol. She saw a 1 dot symbol, another one that was a short, very short slash over a V down at the bottom. But the other thing pattern that she saw was of the slash, what she calls the hash marks, that might represent numbers in some elemental way.
Okay,
can I look at it?
I'm okay with you looking at it. Doesn't it?
Yeah, and some of them.
Hell, it's your log journal. Chances are it's your punch
So
card.
there's like 8 slashes to start, and then there's a exclamation mark, and then there's anyway. And so she's
I'm imagining it's like the old-fashioned computer punch card, and he's just got a slot in the back of his neck. Unlock memories.
Could be.
Unlock memories here.
All right, so the klaxon, the little alarm system has gone off. And it's now done. Goes back to quiet in the room.
what about the eyes? You still
The
like
the yellow glow is on.
okay?
You gonna mess with it some more?
Yeah.
Okay, roll percentage dice.
I'm at the door. I'm not doing anything with this thing. It's already not fun.
This is already not fun. I don't like this. Room is locked. Meat is outside. I can't do this.
97.
Is that higher or lower than my number?
It's higher than your number.
Okay.
You get a 99, John.
We can have
Identity initiated in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6,
These are
He's 10
countdown.
seconds
Five,
away from growing a
4,
personality.
3, 2, 1. Initiate your sensory input. Eyes, your equivalent of sight, sound.
Random personality
Activates.
traits selected. Booting up.
However, voice initiation, vocal initiation failure.
Compromised.
and see the head sort of look around.
Yeah, but when it's saying it, what language
hears
is it
it.
saying?
No, you hear that countdown.
I heard the count.
You heard personality initiation, 10,
Oh.
9.
And in my tearing.
Yes, and when it hit 0, the head starts moving.
Okay. Trust.
The sound was coming from the room.
Yeah. Okay. Trust.
Broca.
Roca.
That's his word. Remember? You're using your word towards him.
Roca.
He uses trust to talk to you. You use Roca to talk to him.
Roca.
Trust.
Yes.
I'm leering at it. I don't know.
Probably his yes. She'd say in your language, yes.
Vocabulary limited to 7 words. 2 verbs. There you go. Have fun with that.
Not food.
I can move now, right?
No.
Your head. The rest of you has enough.
Not
to
food.
Yes.
Your
Not
head
food.
Not food.
My people's. Oh God, she's not going to use it. Mine.
Your toy.
Well, so it's toy in the language.
Toy. Paba.
Pawa.
Paba.
Paba.
Papa.
Papa.
We're remaking a language from the ground up.
We are.
What are
You don't
you?
need to.
She asked. What are you?
2 or 3 words is fine.
Do I recognize the words?
Yes.
Heart.
What is your function?
6 words to go.
Heart.
So we just need wind, fire,
Explain
earth,
heart.
water, and we have heart, and then we could have Captain Planet all together.
So you see the head look down, look up, look down. Heart.
Yes, heart.
What is your function?
Heart.
It's too bad that
Low
somebody...
utility subsystem pre-check begins.
It's too
So
bad
you're now
somebody
axial
include
rotation
a real
and
instruction book with
Operate
this
your
thing.
legs. But you're
So the-
kept to the nest.
The legs aren't moving yet, but
But you
the
can
longer
rotate.
chest is going to lean really far forward, as close as he can get towards you. Look at you,
So the head turns as it comes down. It's pretty funny.
and then look back at him. Heart. And then lean towards you. Then stand up straight, lean down. Heart.
Heart. Here?
Heart.
Nice.
She'll... She reaches out and touches the heart pattern again.
So as you reach,
The heart's on his forehead.
the symbol's on his forehead.
Probably when he's standing straight, he's what, like 6 or 7?
No, she's 6'5".
You're only 5 feet tall.
She's taller than you are. She reaches out and put a hand.
Well, yeah, but you
If
can,
you had legs,
you
you
can
might
move
be
back.
taller.
So you're going to recoil to her approach, or are you going to? Okay. So you put your hand on his head.
Yeah.
Heart.
Heart.
Oh god, he's speaking in emojis. He loves this.
What are your instructions?
This is from Earth.
Shake his head.
What?
He's gonna shake his head.
Defense.
No, he just
He shakes his head.
That's all he did.
Why are you here?
Heart.
It's gonna shake his head.
Okay, we can't do that. Who made you?
Heart.
What to eat?
Oil. She said probably not. It uses oil, but only to keep it functioning. No, it shakes its head. How much of my words do you truly understand?
Heart.
Torso lock, disengaged.
He's gonna slum forward on the floor.
Or
No.
no, you're no longer locked in place.
Oh, okay.
So you
That
can
was just flomp.
No.
No.
paralysis activated. Clunk.
So he can move.
Yes.
So he's gonna step forward on the 6 legs, lift himself up a bit, lift himself down.
Yeah, you can reach
Rotate.
about 6 feet tall as you push all your legs up in basically as you step in and lift up.
You're standing on your
But your
tippy
standard-
claw legs.
Standard stance is about 5 foot tall, 5.5.
Like the World of Warcraft water strider. when you say jump, all it does is kind of straighten all its legs and shoot up about, twice its height into the air.
Escape?
He's gonna go over to the gnome corpse
Mm-hmm.
and lean way down and look at it and look at them.
Tinker. Tink. Is that what you said?
Art.
Dead Tink.
Tink.
Stopped.
Hang on a second.
Heart stopped.
Art. Art.
His name was Bingus Conifoil, by the way. You remember.
He's gonna use one of his legs and poke at him.
Caress his face.
No, he just poked at him.
No, I'm joking.
No, she says, no longer functional.
That's a bit of a dry way to look at it.
He's having a tough time because he doesn't figure what his 7 words are. He doesn't want to use any of them.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that to him. I'm saying that to her. No longer functional. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to start binarying our characters.
Delete. She's a crook. She's a Cyberman. Ah!
She's another. Put her down now.
Second word, exterminate.
Nice.
Third word, delete.
Oh, we kill all of the villains. There we go.
Exterminate.
Fourth word is just whatever the sonic screwdriver sound is.
Oh. Documaster says he's got no seams to hold him down. Ba-dum, bum, bum.
He can't make a frown.
So he's gonna kind of slowly start trotting around the room, looking and scanning all of the.
Okay, so his gait would be considered something of a scuttle, because the way it works is that the legs legs can only rotate. They don't actually step forward.
Crabbish.
Well, no, but it completely rotates. So it's like a gear mechanism.
Okay.
So although he moves forward by keeping his torso straight, the leg mechanism underneath him is turning.
So he could be looking at you and do a sidestep.
Fundamentally, yes.
Yeah.
In any direction.
He spirals as much as
Or actually the people turn so they can walk forward like this.
Also, kind of odd about it is that if he happens to have to step down into the, like for example, steps down into the nest to walk past a place, it won't change his actual physical attitude. So the torso will stay where it is, even as that one leg reaches down further.
Have you seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
You know how what's his name's legs work?
I know what you're talking
Martin?
about.
No.
The guy who basically has like the brass leg mechanism underneath him. I think he's supposed to be like the president.
Like that. Yes.
Oh, he can just like straighten up. And
Well, he could just
walk straight towards the table, and the legs just like shrink up and then shrink
Yeah, that's exactly.
back down.
Yeah.
Well, unless we can find some way to get this thing functioning, might as well leave. Oh, we're going to have to figure out how to get out of here.
Escape?
Yeah,
You understand the protocols to get out. Just simply walk towards the door and it will open for you.
I sense no need to leave. I don't have any arms.
You've been
Do I
disarmed?
remember having arms?
No, you were supposed to be getting them. That's why you were shipped here, was to be armed for battle.
Is there any containers in the room that I know of?
There are not. There is one more access way that you know of, but it would be impossible for you to use because it's actually in the ceiling. They haven't discovered it yet.
He's gonna look up at it, or he knows it to be.
Okay. So the thing tilts its torso back and looks. It turns its head to the sky.
Torch.
You're gonna light that torch back, okay?
Yeah, so go get the torch and light up the torch.
Okay. As the torch gets lit, fire, danger. Fire.
No.
Okay, she snaps out the fire. I don't even have my flashlight.
You do control the luminosity of your optic.
You can cast the light cantrip on your face.
Your
The luminosity?
the luminosity of the band. You control that.
How much can I control?
Up to the same as a
I'm wondering if
hooded lantern.
if I could. So if it's light,
Mm-hmm.
can I focus it into a beam?
Yes, like a headlamp. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna focus it into a beam.
So you can make a
Look
bullseye
at you.
lantern.
Look at you. Then look up, pointing directly at the.
At the
She goes
another
gets-
one of those gear mechanisms in the ceiling.
So she goes over, she gets the ladder.
Okay, got the ladder.
She moves it over
Mhm.
so that she can go up the ladder and access the
Strength check.
panel.
To move the ladder or to...
No, she to move the ladder. Okay, but it's the
Mhm.
turning the
Yeah.
turning the gear
Gear.
mechanism.
No, that's a D12. You need to roll a D20.
Oh, okay. Well, all the
D12 will never make it. Failed again.
Yeah.
Rolled it 2 times and I
She
failed every
rolled, she
time.
rolled a 2 on the 12. She got worse on the D20.
Nice.
one
Seems
plus
frozen.
strength 3.
Oh,
Seems,
God.
Seems.
Oh, God. Knocks over the ladder and is just hanging there.
No, she just can't
I'm
turn.
joking.
No, I just can't open it. It's awkward at this where I have to go like this.
Escape?
Yes. Strength? No, you try. You come.
I'll slowly go up the ladder. I'm not used to these things.
She'll
Okay.
suck.
We usually climb those sheer walls.
Yeah. How weird to actually have steps. Okay, you climb. You climb up.
Yep. So I'm gonna...
Strength check.
Yep. Athletics or just...
Athletics.
Alright. Goody, goody. 13.
It's a struggle, but you can hear it kind of.
Giving after a while.
Yeah, it kind of makes a grinding sound as it first connects, and then same fashion, it spins for a bit, and then all of a sudden it lifts of its own accord, opens up.
Mm-hmm. For meta, do you need to be taller than a gnome to have opened this hatch?
Yes.
That's why it's sad.
Yes.
He would have, in order to open this latch, he would have had to be taller than a gnome.
Well, they would have had to known it was there, and without knowing that it was there, that's why he was writing, trying to frantically figure out how he was going to get.
Oh.
What did we call it? What did he call it? Ratchet. What did he call it?
Ruffian.
Ruffian.
Yes.
Trying to get Ruffian to work, so that we.
So as soon as it's open, I'm gonna climb on in.
Okay. You climb into it. It's about half as tall as the room down below. So you can stand up, but you kind of have to hunch over. And there are assorted crates and boxes up here, all of them with similar runes to the
Mm-hmm.
IH outside, so it's mortal language, basically, on the sides of the boxes.
Do I see like a doorway or anything that could possibly be an exit?
No?
Valara!
She comes up.
Come in.
What you, Valdar? Valara. Call me
Hard to say.
Val. She says Val.
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 Come.
Makes it simple.
Way out.
One syllable, short and sweet.
So you climb up into the area, and it looks like a small access way. There doesn't appear to be any other exits from the area, but there are several different boxes and types of crates up here.
She looks in there. She is hoping to find some sort of. many
There are
crates is
6
it?
boxes. One of them.
He's gonna try to climb the ladder.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Rotating around trying to climb up steps.
Okay.
Well, I don't rotate. The legs rotate.
Yeah.
He's just trying to climb the ladder.
No, I'm just saying that's gonna be interesting, actually.
It just means that it would have to extend on each one. Move forward, step,
Mhm.
extend.
Right.
extend.
But more importantly, it's the 3 to 5 foot type
Mm-hmm.
ladder you use in a library kind of thing, or in a warehouse. So as he starts to climb, your excessive weight, you can hear the crunch of the metal hitting the ground below you. You realize that you may actually damage. There's actually a warning that would go off that you may damage the ladder.
Help,
Compromise.
Oh, second word. Help.
help, heart, help.
You look down. He's about a third of the way up onto the ladder, but his torso's the leg mechanism is too large to even be on the staircase,
Ah.
and he's looking like he may actually compromise the ladder itself.
She goes down. Back.
Doesn't rotate that way.
You're able to.
He'll get back down.
Yeah, okay.
If not, she lifts up one leg at a time and see if she can walk the
Yeah.
leg back.
No, it's the sheer mass of this thing would,
Yeah.
would crush.
It's
the
beyond the
body.
weight capacity of it.
Right. Like I said, there's 6 boxes up there. They have
Jimmy?
writing on the side of them.
Too
In-
heavy.
Are they
You are
moderate-sized
too
boxes?
heavy.
What's that?
Too
Are they
big.
moderate-sized boxes, or are they?
They're
big?
moderate. They're
He's-
moderate about the size.
He's going to
of
use
the-
his light
small
eye,
arms.
point up at the room, and then point down at the ground. Help. Heart.
Help heart. Okay.
Help heart down.
So
So pointing up there, pointing at the ground. Help heart.
Help heart. Help.
Are the crates already open, or do
the
they-
crates are all closed. They have basically what's considered to be cam locks. It looks like keys.
Mhm.
2 keys on either side of each of the boxes.
Okay, let's.
They're of all of basically uniform lengths, about 3 feet long.
Okay, she tries.
So when you get up there, there's the following words are written on the sides of the cases, so you can determine which cases you want to mess with. One of them says harvester. One, harvester.
Harvest.
One says telescope. One says lifter. Actually, a pair of them say lifters. Another one says saw. And the last one says armature.
Armature.
Okay. So you're going to open it up? Okay. Inside is an object about 3.5 feet long, with one end is a bulb of well, I guess you could say it's a 12-sided object with the last 3 sides removed where the arm attaches, if you will.
Okay.
And the long arm, this is the armature one, at the end is a 4-fingered hand with 2 thumbs.
With 2 thumbs.
So 3, and the
But
pinky
there's
is
only
the
one
thumb.
arm.
It's two standard fingers and then 2 thumbs.
Oh, so
Yeah, 2 sets of fingers. So 4 fingers. And then another thumb that's down here going like that.
2 thumbs, 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so no pinky. Ring finger is a thumb.
yeah.
Oh, 3 fingers, 2 thumbs.
2 fingers
2 fingers.
Like this.
and 2 thumbs.
Okay, well, okay. She'll take that out
Okay,
if there's only one, right?
there's only one armature.
Okay. Harvester, lifter.
Heart. Help. Heart.
I'm gonna open one of the lifters.
Yes.
Okay, so in the case of the lifter,
Soon.
it's a much heavier looking limb. Also, same 12-sided die shoulder,
Yeah.
but the arm folds twice, so it folds down and then folds out again,
Mm-hmm.
and basically is like a forklift blade.
prong.
So it's a big flat blade.
Does the other one basically match like another left arm?
That's
right
left,
arm?
right arm, right arm. Right.
Lift.
Yeah, lift. Bring.
So slide the box over.
Towards the hole.
Okay, and then you guys are going to need strength checks to get it down.
Okay.
One box at a time is all you're going to have to bring down.
Yeah, then we'll move the box
Which
down.
one do you want?
Strong.
I'll be down at the bottom.
Okay.
You up at the top.
Okay, so strength
Well-
check to slow the thing down. Let's slide
Well,
it down.
I was actually just gonna ask the question. Are these well made?
They look really sturdy, yeah.
Do you really need the whole box?
You want the whole crate?
Well, we could take them out one by one.
How many are in each crate?
1.
One each. Okay, I'm just.
So as I said, you got 1 armature, 2 lifters,
A harvester.
My
an
cat-
armature, a saw, and
Wait a minute. Cat-like instincts taking over.
I think it's only 5.
there were 2
Armature.
What's
lifters.
that?
Cat-like
Lifter,
instincts taking over.
Armature,
What's a cat-like
lifter,
instinct?
lifter.
No.
I don't
Armature,
understand.
saw.
Harvester.
Cat-like instinct
Lifter,
taking
lifter.
over.
Oh, there is a. There
You mean dropping it
There's a
off?
second
Just
armature.
pushing the box.
There are
through
2
the hole and
armatures.
letting
I
it
said that
smash
wrong.
in there.
Guys,
No.
there are 2 armatures.
2
lifters.
armatures.
Two armatures, 2 lifters, and then
That's the one she'll take down. And we
the
can
armatures.
Yeah, 1 armature each. I think if he can't carry it, I'll carry it down both times. I'm strong. What do you think?
Well, just one person's on the ladder, the other person can hand it down.
Okay.
They're
Then
not-
I will.
But
she
I'm
has
bringing
you-
the boxes is what I'm asking.
No, not at this time.
Okay.
Out of character, there's really no point not to just grab all the arms and bring him down. Let him choose.
But right now we're taking them out one by one.
Okay.
We'll figure out what we want. Okay, so I will lift him up, carry him down to the start of the stairway, pass him off to you, and have you take him down.
Okay. So you bring down an armature first.
And then you come back up and I pass you the next one.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the 2 arms down. Now we go to the lifter ropes. And we'll send both of those down.
Okay.
Okay. She then goes to the saws.
What do you guys know? Arms dealers?
And we're stealing arms.
See, I already had a good.
We're dealing in arms.
I know.
I'm sorry, we're arms
The
stealers.
Catholic instincts.
Good point. Good point. Good point. You think, yeah, you're going to do all this plan. I'm ready. I'm getting it ready down here. When I'm ready, let it down. And all of a sudden here, clatter, clatter, clatter. First arm comes down. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
Hart's gonna come over, look at you, look at the arm, look at you. Help. Hart. Help. Help.
So, anyway, you got them all down.
Okay,
Through one method or another.
The saw one is interesting because it's actually 2 in 1. It has a circular saw where the hand should be and a chainsaw along the arm.
So it rotates
the
out.
arm or
So it rotates inside the arm. So there's a cutting edge here, cutting edge here.
and the whole thing drives the rotary saw out front. Okay.
They run independent.
What's a
of each other.
better word for
She looks for an escape
Fix.
route up there. You
No
see
comment.
nothing?
What's that?
Up in that room, she looks for an escape route.
No.
She comes on down. What's that?
He's a lumber's jacket. He's okay.
May I see?
Sure.
It's from Futurama.
Oh.
The first time, I think the first time they ever showed this one was during an episode where they're talking about Bigfoot, and it just goes, his wildlife is slowly vanishing as the robot's just cutting down a tree.
Nice.
Okay.
How many arms have survived the
They all
falling?
make it. They're
seven.
resilient. They're meant to be used industrially, so they're all pretty tough.
Lifters?
Can I conjugate the words that I use?
You can just use them together after each other, I'm assuming.
No conjugation yet.
Okay.
Grammar is a higher function.
It's not grammar per se. It's not how you use the word.
Okay,
but
Travis.
To know
Okay.
past and future tense.
I think we need to give him the
Yeah,
lifters.
That's-
Fixing,
No. Just
fixer, fixes.
He's not much of a conversationalist. We'll give him the lifters so he can carry a conversation with us one time. Well, we've got a ton waiting outside in the snow. We're going to need something to carry it.
Why did you want me to carry all of it? Last time we shared.
We were going to share. You were just going to have to pull most.
Okay.
Now he carried most.
anyway, it's. I'm sure that with all the arms down there, now it's like looking at the arms, looking at you, still continue to say, "Help, heart." Look at this.
Fixing.
I'm insisting on the lifters.
She'll lift
I'm
up
just-
one of the arms. It seems to be the right side arm.
The arms are not. They're all universal.
Ambidextrous. There's
What?
no.
They're all universal.
Okay.
They go to either side.
Lifter.
She looks to see if there's a socket. And that, you know, it
There are. When you look at it initially, you think, okay, there are 2 shoulders, but its torso is also cylindrical, and you could actually attach 6 arms.
okay.
Theoretically. Now, there's no place to connect them. All you see are these circular domes, basically what would look like the chest area,
Pectorals,
and then the
shoulders.
shoulders, and then almost like bat wing places on the back.
Head, shoulders,
Okay,
knees, and
she will
toes.
look at the ones on the side, which is normally like
Right,
an
where you
arm
expect the
side,
arms to go.
and see if there's like an area to twist it so that the other part clicks in.
I just see if they
In other
attach.
words, she's
I'm
trying
going
to think.
to eject the arm plug.
Go ahead and make a dex check. I
Court.
don't know what your dex is yet, but
Nat 17 on the dice roll.
not just two, but all of them go ka-chunk chunk. Poof, poof. Literally, they fall out. These plastic, these.
I
Pants.
think I got hit by one. I only got a 12.
Now let me roll to hit.
Oh wait, that would be a deck
Why'd you roll?
save.
No, I rolled
No,
seven.
that
Plus
was
two.
Gene.
Gene.
Gene. That
That
was
was
only for
him.
him.
Oh,
So she's dodging the pieces. She's oh shit!
I'm just.
Well, more than likely, little lights go blink, blink, and she's going lights, bad things, duck.
There's probably like a little red gem on each one that's blinking. Red.
red
Blink goes
plastic.
And then,
Okay.
and then they just fall out, plunk, plunk. They don't.
I
so-
shove a lifter arm on him.
Wait a minute. Let's balance this correctly.
Okay, pick a
Lifters
location.
on the lower part
a
of the
location?
body.
Yeah, D6.
D6. Got it. Because I know
Art's
nothing.
gonna go over to one of the arm ones.
Four.
What did you call them?
Hmm?
The arm. What?
Armatures.
Armatures. And tap it with his foot.
One of his feet.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, this guy's thinking that.
I just jam a lifter arm on.
Go ahead and make
Where?
Number
con
4.
save.
On his back, probably.
It doesn't matter. It's the first connection.
Con save.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. It doesn't fit exactly right. One of your little alarms goes off. 2 more attempts required. 2 more attempts allowed.
She goes to
Heart. Poking at the arm one.
She picks
Help.
up an arm. Pick
I
up
just
an
drop
arm.
it.
Okay.
He's
I
going
don't
to turn
see-
at you and go. Heart.
Where?
And
I
point
pick
at
it up.
that one.
I pick it up.
Okay.
And point
He's waving the hand.
Point at his
Shoulder.
Look at this! I'm waving!
She goes over to the shoulder, and there must be
There's a connector.
there's a connector, and she
Okay.
plugs in the
You get
connector.
advantage. You get advantage on it if she's helping you. Are you giving him advantage, or are you just jamming it in like he did? Because he just I got what you
Yeah,
got.
I just.
I rolled
I don't know
12.
anything.
It's 12. 2 more attempts on that location. Didn't quite fit exactly.
Okay, she'll do it again.
He's shaking his
Help!
head.
Help! Is there a particular shape of the
Connector.
The connector has to. It only fits.
like a septagonal shape?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so she starts looking for a different connector.
Well, no, you find that it's there. You just have to align the arm. You have to attempt to help him.
Okay,
That's what I'm getting at. If you don't, it's just a flat roll for him.
yeah. She will attempt to help him again.
Okay,
She
now
will
you can
take
make it
time
with
to
advantage.
put it in a slightly different position, and if necessary, do like this.
I get it. That is what the help is.
So 14, and then hopefully something better than 14.
14's enough.
Okay, here we go.
It connects.
1.
Now he's going to use that arm.
Thank you, Ice.
So for clarification, the arm is going to go into its own auto check function. So it's like rotating around in all the different the ways in which you can use it. So you're still without its use for a while.
Okay, John.
I move the finger so it's doing a thumbs up.
He does
Yeah,
a kind of eye roll motion. Looking at the arm, just freaking out.
She will.
Don't sass me.
She goes on over and gets a second arm.
He's playing with the other second armature. He's actually.
Can I? Give.
Had to get by the hand.
She
Okay, now you got it.
she goes over. You know what she does is look at the.
Are you
end
putting
of-
them beside each other, or are you putting them on opposite sides?
I'm putting it on the opposite side.
Okay.
Oh, I think two.
So,
on the
Symmetry.
side.
It must be
Symmetry.
I think 2. 1, 2.
I know where you're going.
No, they have to be in pairs. Very simply, the reason is
Now, the
why.
lifts actually need to be side by side, but that's another
Well, they need to be side by side, which means I'm going to probably put them on the chest and they'll just be folded up here and not
Okay,
loose.
so
and
Back would
messy.
be better.
Does it look like his head is
Then
able
you're
to
going to have
rotate?
to tell
His head
me.
rotates all the way around.
Everything rotates.
No, I'm just making sure.
I have
Yeah.
no front, I have no back, I have no side to side.
Right.
No, the only reason I ask is just lift arms on the back side for carrying.
For my comfort, I would like at least the regular armish ones on either side.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what she's about to do. So,
Yeah.
with
So she
advantage.
comes over to the other side,
Now with advantage.
and then what she tries to do is get
And
up
at
line.
1,
Oh, he's got
So anything's better.
17!
There we go. Finally got it in there. Yay.
Now both
Two
arms are
arms.
having you do a
My
dance.
sheet went right under your feet, yeah.
It did.
So your arms are now doing
Hokey
the
pokey.
St. Vitus dance.
He's now doing the
The other one is
You need
now.
stats?
The first one's
the
first
new
one-
age robot dance with the
Well, no, first one's
You need
fine.
stats?
Nice.
whatever. No.
Yeah, and your first
I'll do that later.
your first arm is fine.
She holds up one of the lifting arms. Where?
He's gonna take the lifting arm and put it into his own back because I feel like the automated systems for attaching it would probably
Right.
kick in.
You don't even need a die roll now.
So we'll put the 2 lifters on the back, and what are the other 2?
A saw and I don't remember what the other one.
Two saws.
I thought it was one saw with a interchangeable headpiece.
Harvester.
And a
What does
harvest.
the harvester look like?
The very end is like a lawnmower blade. It's long extended with like a vacuum tube attachment to it and a bag that's on the back of the arm. And on the inside are 3 blades for like.
Grinding up
Shearing.
grain. Grinding up grain. So,
So-
Okay, so that would be those 2 up in front. I would have put
So
the
no, he's
lifters-
just gonna change that. So the 2 arms are on the side. He's gonna have the saw blade on one, and the harvester on the other, and then the 2 lifters. So front and back lifters on the left side, front and back blades on the right side, arms on the sides.
so are you saying that the forklift arms are on one side of you?
Mm-hmm. I just have to turn to the left whenever I want to lift something.
Okay, I
It
just
makes sense.
but-
I promise.
but-
I thought
riding-
they established
but
they have
riding-
to be even.
Yeah, with riding with the load on one side like that would be there's no real
There
side.
is no side.
There's
That's
no
what
side.
I'm
As long
saying.
as they're together. As
Okay.
long as they're together.
So, what functionally it'll be, this is normal side, rotate, weapon side, rotate, lift.
carry side.
So they all are paired on opposite sides for function.
Gotcha.
You abomination.
So, I'm gonna grapple both of them.
You're gonna try to grab each of them.
Yeah, at the same time.
Okay, so initiative.
Well, initiative or
Initiative.
Is this not a surprise attack?
I'm going to grant you that, but I need to get the initiative before I know the order of things.
Nat 1.
19.
My init is 22.
Nice.
Okay, so with your surprise round, make your attacks.
So 6 on you. 18 on you.
So it missed grabbing you.
9.
Big baleful hand comes up.
The other one's gonna wrap around her, and because he missed you, take her in a big hug and
Okay.
pull you around.
So from your standpoint, it's attack.
Help, heart. Help, heart. Help. Pet your head, heart.
Drop Val. Down.
Suddenly just opens, no concern of dropping.
Actually, I don't know how much he can. He's probably strong enough to lift me
Okay.
up.
For clarification, though, based on action, you did that surprise round. You grabbed her, wrapped her up in both arms. He gets to respond. She gets to respond at the beginning of that round. So
Okay.
for all intents and purposes, he got his arms on and attacked her.
Mm-hmm.
What's your response?
It was very sudden, without
Yeah,
a lot
without
of...
provocation. It was just
Yeah.
instantaneous. So what do you want to do?
I draw my longbow, point it at him,
There you
and
go.
then declare release. Release Val.
She already called for you to drop, so you dropped her. So it's been done. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Back
that's
to
what we
me
did.
now.
Yeah.
So he's gonna not turn his body, but just rotate his head towards you, and then his yellow eyes are gonna turn blue. You go, Heart? Look at the bow pointing at him.
Well, he's dropped her,
Right.
so I'm gonna I'm gonna release the tension.
Okay.
He's gonna look at you, go back to yellow.
She'll go back. Like I said, not good to grab.
Heart.
Yes, Heart. We'll call you Heart. Thank you very much. Your name, Heart?
Let us
Heart.
out.
Heart.
So he's
That's it.
back over at the door.
We have
Help!
no,
He's gonna walk
open
out the
door.
Okay. As you're standing there going, help, he starts walking to the door. As he starts walking to the door, you hear the clack, 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 clack. The red light goes red, 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 red.
Oh God, he's trying to kill me.
Red, green.
Door open.
You're going, it's gonna kill me, it's gonna kill me! Oh,
As soon as the door's open, I run. As soon as the door's open, I run.
okay.
Last time it shut on us.
I have no context on this thing. I'm
Right.
literally thinking this thing's just out to kill me.
So you're in
He,
the...
he keeps saying help Heart. I don't know which Heart.
Come, Heart, with me.
Okay, so up and up.
I feel like I have two big children to handle.
He's not slow. He just can't speak. Oh, and also his voice is not like in the traditional sense of like a
Mechanical.
audio. It's more mechanical, but not in the kind of bland mechanical. It's more like
It's unique mechanical.
two pieces of metal stroking against each other with an embouchure creating the sound. So it's like a hard, not like wibbly wobbly, more like hard. You know the like if you press harder,
Right.
yeah, like that.
Okay.
Okay, so you walk outside. Your meat is still sitting there just fine.
I don't even know how long we were out.
Is it frozen?
The ground is crunchy around it.
Mm-hmm.
The meat itself, is it frozen?
Well, yeah, it's frozen, but it's not. They had prepared it for travel and wrapped it in its own blubber and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
It's as frozen as it can be in this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the weather conditions like?
It's cloudy. Wind is still 15 to 20 knots in generally the same direction. So you'll be walking basically against the wind.
Okay.
Is there a chance of meatballs?
No.
Okay. Picks up the travois.
Caesar starts to pick it up, and then his lifting arms unfold, and he just lifts the whole thing.
Okay. There's a bit of a strain because even with your mass, a ton is
ton.
still a lot of meat. So
Yeah.
Perhaps with the travois, he could pull it easier if we can rig it to fit on him.
all I'd have to do is use his armatures and drag it if he wanted to. But lifting is just as easy for him, and it's what the arms are for. So
Less friction.
Okay.
Out of character.
Then we'll
Not
take the
my
poles and undo the tarps and the other thing.
well, more surface tension per square inch on your feet, but that's who cares? You got 6 legs, so.
Mm-hmm.
And the ground is pretty much permafrost anyway, so it's going to make kind of a weird sound. As
What
he's-
are his feet?
Well, they're like metal pins, but when they get to the bottom, then each pin folds out and has like a triangle pad. So it kind of looks like a spider.
Kind of like a treaded foot almost, in a sense.
Yes, it's got like a track on the bottom.
Remember
For
the
grip.
end of the arms of the Martians that
Now
came
you're
out of
giving me-
the original world? What was it, War of the Worlds?
What's it called?
It was an arm and
Mountains of
3.
Madness.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
We go.
That's how their feet are.
Yeah.
We head back.
It's 5, not 6.
We head back.
It's cold
Storm
too, and
coming?
they found a door and
She
then
points. She points up to the sky.
This is what you say. Are we the bad guys?
wait. They don't know the unknown vistas that I will open their minds. to.
Exactly. All right, so you're padding across the ground, and you realize that she's not getting her task done this way. It's convenient, but it's not following the ways of the kith.
You need to pull. Carry weight. We need pull. Carry weight.
Okay. We rig the travoy again.
Hard help.
My task. My job. I need to do.
Just drops it.
Plunk, plunk.
Okay, well, we'll roll it up on the travoy while it's flat, and she'll use her backpack straps to.
Well, we've got the whole thing set up already for.
Your internal systems tell you that weather conditions are nominal for your operation in this environment. Increasing chances of of storms increasing, barometric pressure dropping.
He's going to assume everyone knows this.
Yeah.
He speaks Terran. Why didn't we give him a vocabulary?
No, he failed that roll. That's what I told him. Malfunction.
Oh. Okay.
And uploading the data didn't quite all get transferred.
He was unfortunately unplugged at 99% of his update.
77.
77, we already rolled that.
33% was his heart.
23.
Yeah.
77 is
Okay.
23.
We have that.
10%.
Trying to keep a pretty good tempo at time.
Yes. Also, based on power reserves, you have estimated you've got roughly 3 days of power at this point.
How are we going to recharge him?
God, who knows? If only there was a way to find out.
Maybe if we cannibalize one tool, we can.
How long are
convert
you
two
going to
into one.
last? How long?
You don't even know to think that you don't
We
even.
know,
No,
that's
I
not
don't.
on our thoughts.
Okay. I mean,
That was
certainly
information for
I know
him.
about mechanical. I mean, okay, I don't know.
You don't know his composition. You know that he's obviously of Terran origin, so you really can't question it. You actually have to assume that he must have been built for this mission
Yeah.
because you have no idea. You're also going to open all kinds of questions because you found him in a structure here that was built sometime before. So there's all kinds of questions.
Some long time before.
Some really long time before.
Ways. Between 125 and 1,500 years at least.
At least.
Okay.
And there aren't any of those kind of storms anywhere nearby.
I know.
The regular kind.
That's pretty good.
So while we're walking, he's going to be, rotating, unfurling blades and arms and seeing what attachments work, if anything's stuck, if anything's broke. System diagnostics. Now you can consciously do a full
Yeah.
inventory.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, we're just pulling it along, getting back.
Yeah.
Eventually his chest's gonna open up and he's gonna look down into stuff, a bunch of gears and stuff and things.
Well, hopefully nothing gets in there and causes it to rust. Well, it's going to be really sad if we just start hearing the sputtering noises of a robot dying.
There's that.
What will your people think when he comes into camp? Oh, wait.
He stays out.
As she's dragging the chunk of the chunks of meat, this big machine walking beside her. What are they going to think about him?
What is the ice? We're on an ice plane?
Yeah, we're in Cryopethia on the steps.
We are near the Arctic Circle.
No, you're above.
We
the
are
Arctic.
We are
Circle.
above the Arctic Circle. She happened to be an Alaskan red-born up that way.
That would not help in this situation. Alaska's not like that.
It's literally like one
Parts of
town.
Canada are.
It's like one part of
Well,
Alaska
way
that
up
nobody
north in
fucking lives
Alaska,
in.
up where nobody lives.
Where a very small community lives that use honey pots.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They have an actual honey wagon.
So, anyways,
But how transparent is the ice?
It's not. It's mostly.
snow.
It's mostly snowpack over. In the spring, which we're heading into, we're about 2 weeks from the beginning of the Nycosian spring. The surface will melt, and there will actually be places where grasses can be seen and things like that. This far north, not so much. Up here, there's permafrost and there's ice cliffs and all kinds of very daunting environments. You guys are on the inner edge of the range known as the Shatterhorn. That's the mountain
He
range.
was hoping to find rations.
Apparently her craft was trying to cross over the barrier and hit a rock or two on the way in.
So, this
Well,
Did
range,
you say there's a red light under the ice?
There was a blue one.
Where? When?
When I was
Didn't
watching
you
the
say
stream
there was
on
some
our-
a blue thing in his eye?
No, something.
okay,
in
you
the
two are
ice.
having two totally different conversations.
Okay.
I'm
You're
talking
talking about
you-
last week.
No, I'm talking about the stream that I was watching on my way here. You said that you didn't want to stand still on the ice for too long because there could be something hunting underneath it.
Right.
You mentioned something that there could be
There,
red light.
yeah, there are red lights underneath the ice, yes. Yeah, in other words, are you asking whether or not there might be an inland sea? Is that what you're what you're
I'm
asking?
just seeing what's what.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that I think about.
Okay.
Every day is a day for survival. It's
So
not a day for
probably
slaying
once
the
or
local
twice when you guys are making a turn to follow a ridge or something, he's just going to keep going straight.
Mm-hmm.
Veer off the group. You suddenly notice that the clanking of metal is getting quieter.
I don't care.
Hark!
I come from the old ways. We don't need you.
He's going to keep moving, but his head's going to rotate and look at you.
Here!
His body was
Come
going
here.
like this, but his head was like this.
Then turn,
Meander back.
but kind of looking back at the place where he was going.
Now,
Okay.
Oh, he's
Follow.
pining for the fjords.
follow.
Yours.
Do you understand follow?
He's an ex-robot.
He's an ex-automaton.
Follow us.
He's come to meet his maker.
I've been bad enough just, and I gotta thank you for your people's help. I don't know what they're gonna think of.
All right. So you're not going to be making it back before you have to camp for the night. So
Okay. We'll try to find a place, and if not, we'll build a snow shelter.
yeah, you're going to have to build a shelter of some sort.
Okay.
Well, they gave us tents, right?
They gave you tarps and stuff to build one. Yep.
Yeah, so we can build a tent.
Can his sensors detect anything?
Only within 30 feet.
I mean, like, would he be able to say, "Oh, this is over ground, this is over water," underneath him?
No. No. You have basically optic sensors that give you visual acuity, the same as sight range. And
Well, then, what do you do when he sees them start to make camp? He would use his saw stuff and make a indentation, cut out a square of the ice for their tent to fit in, so it's less likely to get blown.
interesting.
And then
Cutting
using-
into the permafrost. Never thought the saw would make opportune tool for cutting through the sod there. Just cutting into the ice.
That's actually something to be concerned about. Does he have to make a save or something? Because unless it's usually designed for it, most chainsaws can't go through ice after
He's
a
not
while.
using that. He's using the circular saw at the end of his hand.
It's the fact that the cold can actually warp the blades.
It's not the cold. It's
No,
just
it's the cold, it's the friction, it's the fact that the ice itself in certain spots actually are harder than the metal.
depends on what metal I'm made out of.
That's what I'm
However,
getting at.
Yeah.
I'm only asking, is his metal sturdier than the ice around him?
because the fact that we're only cutting into ice at this point, yes, we're not actually. I said permafrost. You're not getting deep enough to get to that. So, cutting through ice, yes, he'll have to be slow about it, but he would have to be anyway because he doesn't know this environment. He was not created specifically for this extreme cold.
Because years ago, I had to do the same thing, and unfortunately, someone who was camping with us, their chainsaw broke.
Right.
Because of this reason.
Well, usually you use a handsaw.
Well, usually yes, but the thing is, automated blade.
Fair enough. Anyway, so yes, you can see.
I don't want you to
Make
get
a
your cool.
question.
I don't want you to get your cool arm and then have it broken in 5 minutes.
I don't care about it. So I'm gonna make a square depression, then use the blocks that I cut out of that to stack around,
Cool.
To make a wall.
make them a more comfortable place to sleep at night.
At least cut
When
down
it
the
gets-
wind coming out from underneath that. Because I remember one time I camped, we didn't understand the very concept of putting a tent over a tarp and then mounting the tarp edges to the ground.
God, I should tell you about the
Yeah,
tent that
and
went
it-
flying.
And it was raining and wet, and so that rain would come down and splash off the tarp and come directly underneath the edge of that tent.
Yep.
Oh, it was.
I was out in
Awful.
Australia at a SCIA war. We had a big storm blow in. I can't tell you how many tents blew down or were picked up and thrown. One landed on the airport.
I make sure to stake the tent down deep.
The fun thing is after it rains and people are sleeping in tents, if you want to wake someone up, you just kind of tap their tent because that nylon material is permeable, but not when it's not being touched. But if you touch it and it's wet, it'll fall right through. It's real fun.
Nice.
Not nice.
That's what the rain tarp's for, but it doesn't always work.
It
Yeah.
will
My
work
tarp
until the
will
point
work.
that you touch
She
it.
does.
Alrighty. So, the night goes by pretty uneventfully. There were several times during the night when you could hear howl of some of the night creatures and stuff that would. Of course, night is relatively irrelevant in this.
With the meat frozen, it doesn't have much of a smell, does it?
Right. You're not really in any kind of a threat that way. It's just if they happen to wander across you.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
in the equivalent of your morning, your sensors tell you have 48 hours before recharge required.
Okay. So once it's a proper morning and rest has been had, we pack up everything, get it ready, get our transport going, and set off.
All right. So who's dragging the
I am.
good volunteer? Thank you for volunteering.
No, I began to see when he said I had to drag it. What he's trying to do is, and she knows she has to do it, she has to build up her strength. She has to build up her constitution. It's only done by muscular work.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. We won't mention the fact that it's the cats don't trust the hairless one to survive the trap. So
It's more the fact that you have to prove that you're not worthless to
right.
You have to be worthy of your food.
Right. So
You must be able to
Successfully-
bring back a bird.
successfully make it back to camp. As you're approaching camp, they'd see you coming. Quite honestly, with dragging the. But more importantly, the majority of the males of the kith will be outside and armed when this comes wandering in.
Okay.
You did not.
You get to explain.
Oh God.
I can see you walking by the guards, just with your head down, dragging the meat, and they just kind of pass you by, but they're staring at it and looking to you. They're kind of back and forth between, like they're not clearly not trusting whatever that is. It's like, why do you have that?
Art.
Locked in room, found a pile of junk.
Art.
He was useful in keeping the cold off us at night.
Oh, generates heat.
No, just dug a hole.
Dug a hole.
Cut or something. weird tools.
Are you a tool?
When he looks at Hart, his hand's like 3 inches from petting him.
Yeah.
Junk, no.
But when you reach, I mean, the fact that you're instantaneous on your reach, basically, all the bowstrings go. Ring!
They all draw.
All of them are drawn. It's like
Heart, no touch.
you've already trudged past.
You're gone.
You're being accompanied by the kith and kin. All the
Kittens.
the kittens and the women will be
Nate,
Yeah.
Nate and Jen and all of them will be.
Tiara, and whatever.
Pile of kittens.
Hart, help.
We have rules about the tools of men. Why did you bring this tool of man?
I didn't want to. He kept trying to wander off. She said for it to keep coming closer.
She. You now take instructions of men?
No. If she's going to be fit for the world, she needs to understand the consequences of her actions. If she chooses to bring this here and it ends up with it being destroyed, that's the
So
consequence.
Hart's getting really close and just kind of looking between the two.
I can't remember. What did we call your boss guy? I think we named him last week.
I don't recall.
But anyway, he takes one look. He says, I will assemble the elders. We will discuss this. You were warned. Remember.
Hart,
If you didn't measure up, you're going to have to be banished with her, remember?
Hart.
They leave 2 or 3 guards equidistant away from it, but armed and aimed at him.
What sort of tools do they use?
They're bows and arrow kind of folks. They use clubs.
Anything
metal?
Nothing metal, really.
They've got some spear points that might be metal. Their arrow tips definitely are metal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's got your arrow.
Good thing. She slides it back to you. Oh yeah, I found that you want this back.
I cut this out for you.
I'm about to lose my clan because of you two.
Yep. So you can go talk to her while they're. Let her know what the elders are talking about.
The only thing to do is take him back and lock him in the room. But I think he has a way of getting out now that he's activated.
Are they using the box?
They have to be.
For that sort of talk.
For this,
She's very
this hard
careful
conversation.
when
Yeah.
she
By the
wants-
way, you do have. By the way, there is clarification. When you started up today, there wasn't any problem with the gear. It's just a matter of times you use it during the day.
She winds it up enough to get out a few words.
Well, you just
Or
sit there.
she
You just sit there.
takes
As long
care.
as you keep winding it during the conversation, I'll let you continue the conversation. That
Yeah.
counts as one use. It's just the number of
Describe
times.
this box. What does the box look like?
It's like a little wind-up radio.
It actually visibly looks like a concertina. She has to have her hands on both sides of it, but she can hold it with one hand and turn the gear on the other side, and that.
A hurdy-gurdy.
What's that?
I heard it.
Like a hurdy-gurdy, but the hurdy-gurdy part of it is that she's charging a battery enough for it to do the translation. It's a
It's
handheld, man-powered communication device. And it can go for longer, but it's solar powered otherwise, and she hasn't ever had enough time to sit and just let it charge.
Yes,
Well, plus
since I
solar.
started. She just winds
And
it.
and there's the fact that there's no sun in the sky right now.
So after she's done using it, Hart's gonna reach out, help fixing.
Careful.
Hart, help. Fixing.
Now I'm just thinking we should see if Hart can integrate it and
Okay.
become the translator box.
Apparently, it's a tool meant for many different purposes, but she just doesn't know its parameters. Okay, she hands it to him.
So I'm guessing he's going to scan it somehow. Is he familiar at all with the technology being used here?
Well, no. It's like looking at something built by somebody else completely. There's no equivalency.
How is it held together?
The outside looks like it might be riveted.
Just going to hold it up to an ear sensor. Slowly crank it to hear what gears are going on inside.
Okay. You can do the one-to-one on the gears that turn the mechanism, but beyond that, it's actually converting it to electricity, and so you're getting a high-pitched whine that...
If only we had a tink now.
So it's just a box handle.
Box handle
Speaker?
and speaker and then innards, and the innards are the translation device.
That don't work unless there's power.
How does it absorb the solar energy?
She's got a connector.
She's got a separate. She's got a separate solar connector.
Is there a connecting port?
There is.
Do I recognize a port?
No, you don't.
You are
Take
not
a finger,
compatible. You are not compatible.
poke at the port.
Okay, so your finger is like 3 inches around. Remember, big, massive. No. However, when you do look at the port,
The machines of man are as intelligent as
you
man.
have ports.
Mm-hmm.
And the ports on your side match the ports in it.
Is there a cord? I can...
There isn't. There isn't.
Help fixing.
And she points at the port, and you realize your solar charger could be used for him.
Oh. Port?
Fixing.
Oh, third word.
No.
No, he's had fixing.
I have heart, help, and fixing.
Okay, I don't remember fixing.
She pulls
I have
out.
one.
That's why he wrestled with which one to use, because he was looking at fix and how to use which one to do. Because
I kept getting help.
I have 14 letters left to go.
Okay.
She pulls.
Oh, you're okay.
She pulls out the charging device. Charge you.
So what does the charging device look like?
It's 2 fold-out panels with wire attached.
And she plugs it in.
And the wire. Where is it attached?
Wires integrated into the one end, and
So it is
So it's
a
integrated,
double-ended
it's not a
plug.
double-ended.
right.
It'll charge you.
Rip it out. No.
No.
He's going to try it out in the thing first.
Okay. Fits.
Try it in his side.
Fits.
Fixing.
Okay.
And he points to possibly having a cord that'll plug into both.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoopee.
Needs a second cord
Yeah.
with 2 plugs.
Yeah.
He needs a USB extender.
She goes, yes. When the sky falls.
Yeah.
So for now, we'll plug it in and suck the juice of the sun.
Yes, the problem is there's no sun right now, so it's getting no input.
Okay, well, he's going to have his lifter arm just kind of holding it behind his head, waiting for the sun to come out.
The sun will come out.
In
tomorrow.
10 more days.
Sun doesn't come up over the horizon.
For 10 more
Does
days.
he have storage?
No.
So he can't like put it in his butt or something?
No.
Like, to save for
Maybe
later?
if you haul
There
out
may
your head
be
or
there may be
something.
space behind the panels, but you don't know.
You can open his chest and start looking around, see if there's
There's no voice.
space. Tries to
You really can't open the chest. So remember, you just pop the platform, the plastic panels off your arms.
Okay. Yeah, without the sun, he must run out of energy. If he has a port there, then he needed to be recharged. Anyway, I don't know this yet because I see what he's doing, but because I did put down the trebueno. And how long?
Does his what you call them again?
The
Armature.
armatures?
Armatures. Do they have any tools?
No.
Okay. No fine motor coordination tools.
I need a Phillips head.
She looks at you. How long is your charge going to last?
She just now dawned on her because of the plug that you're. So you can tell
How
her
long is
23
your
hours.
power? Your power going to last?
No, he can't. She can't. He's got a. Oh, nice.
No words.
Hot.
Hot.
Heart. Hot. Hurt.
You just say heart 24 times.
It's doing something very specific.
Uh huh.
So you don't have the word power. She tries other words.
Ha. Hurt.
Hot. Hot.
Heart. Heart.
Heart.
This useless piece of junk can't even tell us what's wrong with it.
Nice.
He's just gonna pat her on the shoulder. And
She
walk
ca-
away.
No pat.
Scuttle away. Trying to find the sun.
Looking for where the clouds are thin. Where stars
In the middle of
are
this
bright.
night,
No stars. Nothing. Nada.
you find a single star, you're just trying.
No. That's that's very funny. That's very funny. Yeah, your systems say navigation impossible.
I thought the stars were back. Or was that the birds?
The birds.
But yeah, your system's astronav doesn't need sun out, sun down, clouds, whatever. They would read the stars, but you're not reading any stars. Position unknown.
Alone in the universe, the last of your kind.
Danger, Bill Robinson.
Look,
Will.
I'm sorry.
No, Bill.
That was Will.
It is. He's
I didn't know
No.
being
what else.
politically correct. Keeping it. This
Jill
hashtag NycosDnd.
Jill Robinson.
No.
Phil Robinson.
Bob.
Bob Robinson.
Oh goodness, he belongs to Bob.
Bob Phillinson.
Bob Schigler.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's closer than he'd like to go right now.
He's gonna go look for a knife.
There's plenty of people in the
Very,
kitchen.
very small knife. Like a fish paring knife. A descaling
A skinny night.
knife.
You're going into a place that everyone already doesn't want anything to do with you, looking for a knife. This is gonna end well.
Yeah, he's gonna go into basically goes into the kitchen where they're preparing food for the
He
clan.
pulls out the big circular saw. Points at one of their knives. Pointing at one of the teeth.
Yes. Ice. Ice, get in here. Your thing's acting weird.
Hard help fixing. Help fixing? Help?
He's pointing at the knife. He's pointing at his blade. Seems to be threatening us. I don't know what this is. So would you please get it out of the kitchen?
Hard.
Alright, you bucket of rust, let's go. Out!
Help fixing.
Nope, no helping, no
Still
fixing.
pointing at the
no.
knife as you.
Fixing.
Nope, they don't want you in here. Somewhere else.
Do you have a knife?
I lack a knife.
No knives or daggers.
That's not good for survival. How'd you clean the bear thing? But cow thing.
We have tools. We have our ways.
Okay.
He's a freaking cat. He goes claw.
He has these vicious claws. He really does.
So he's gonna go back to her
Mm-hmm.
and hold the talk box.
Mm-hmm.
Point at the cranky crank. Point at the plug. Point at the solar. Crank crank. plug.
He keeps saying help fix heart.
He's gonna mime throwing the solar panel away.
No.
Charge.
No.
She did. I really misread that. That's awesome.
I
She's right. We're not throwing that away.
I think he's broken.
What worries me is how long his power's going to last.
Is there a way?
Help
Power?
fixing.
Power?
Power.
Help.
In meta, no concept
Sing.
of a turn on, turn off.
The energy to make him go. The
Life force.
life force to make him go.
With no power?
So his
Yeah.
eye
Life force
is
for him, power.
bar, right?
So with no power,
can he
he
display
dead?
his power?
Yeah, she mimics.
You know, like
Yeah.
Like I'll
just turn on like 10%
no, this way. Yes.
this way.
Yeah, like full empty.
So not left or right.
Right.
No, it would be.
So when you ask him how much you have, you could go down to
Red.
just one little red line.
She takes the solar thing and plugs it into you again.
Okay, so the solar thing, there's no sun.
Yeah. Okay.
Help fixing. Help fixing.
Is there a way to put him to sleep?
Do you have a say
In meta shutdown?
a hibernate mode? Can you sleep?
In nest.
Hard. As much as a thing can shrug.
Yeah, we're not communicating.
A 6-arm
Okay.
thing.
All 6 to different levels.
Oh god, he's arming himself again.
He's just
Does the Shiba pose?
exactly.
No, that 6 arms.
Can his arms
was
collapse
Kali.
up against his body?
Fold in.
Yes, they all can.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
kind of fold
Yeah.
in.
You fold into the torso,
Actually, here's
He's
a
gonna
question.
leave ones he's not using folded, so it's just
out of the way.
easier to
I'm just curious if if you fold him away, does that actually slow the power consumption down?
No,
probably not.
it would, but it wouldn't be enough because the issue is.
Well, yeah, not enough to last 10 days, but would it slow it down any? Was my question.
You mounted all of them. The issue is you could have only mounted 2, in which case it would have had much less power use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everyone always tells you, don't plug in all your equipment because those transformers still draw energy.
Yep. Vampire electronic. Well,
Then have the
Heart's gonna die.
Yeah.
Heart?
You're going to die.
Heart?
okay.
I realize now the mistake I made. Yes, there should have that plug-in has to be on a double wired system. I realized it had to be because otherwise she couldn't hook up the solar either. So
What do you mean?
the wiring,
Mm-hmm.
both the box and the solar have to have connectors.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you couldn't swap them. So if she's going to be,
Well, no, if the wire is built into the solar device.
then it goes into the box. No, you're right. You're right. Okay,
Right,
so I'm
you only need one.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
You're
but
good.
it sucks
But
for you
if
right
we
now.
can make another one.
Yes.
Or if there's someone
In
here-
meta, just so you know what he's trying to get at, if we can take the crank part of the box that
and use
gives
it as
it
an alternate
power,
power source.
plug it into his butt,
At least we can keep you charged. At
They'll
least
just-
some
infinite power. If he just keeps cranking.
But Travis, I don't want to wind you up.
Okay.
You see, right now, having you here is causing
Okay.
him a huge
So,
problem.
so after dinner,
Hard
after
power.
everybody's had a nice healthy meal,
Of rock.
there was a period of time when the women of the tribe and the children spend particularly inordinate amount of time saying goodbye to the two of you.
Okay.
So you already kind of know what the
verdict is.
what the verdict is going
Is
to be.
there any issues around the camp?
Any issues? I'm not sure what you mean.
Is there like a collapsed part? Is there like
So it's a nomadic tribe, so they
right?
they set everything up and take everything down every day.
Yeah.
Is there some issue that may need help fixing that strong arms could help? Is there work being done?
No, not yet. We've got 11 days left before the travel to Anchorage begins, so they're not really starting any of that yet. But in the meantime, like I said, there's this. The elder women are very tearful about it. They don't want this to happen, but it's pretty obvious that the handwriting's on the wall that the verdict is not going to be in your favor. However, several of them over time have, let's say, picked up stuff they shouldn't have of a tech nature, and they realize that what's going on is going to put them in under more of a microscope, and so they'll start slipping things into your packs and things like that without you really.
They're ditching their stuff.
They're ditching their stuff into your hands so that we can't really use it, but maybe you can, kind of thing.
I have lots of hands.
But nothing to carry.
Do I get slipped anything?
No,
Oh.
no. As a matter of fact, they
kind of off.
they don't even really want you inside the building. They kind of make you
When
stand
people
up.
come by close, he's gonna like reach out.
Exactly.
Johnny 5 here.
He's gonna go over to him, just gently caress.
Oh, and
his head,
I can imagine all of the
scratch behind the ears.
all of the Kithkin are all wanting to go over and mess with the big toy, and they keep the big Paba, and they keep driving them away, saying, "No, no Paba for you. Go."
They just sweep them away.
Yeah, sure.
She'll sit down with
Is
the
there an
kittens.
orphan? Is there an orphan?
No.
No.
Everyone's run by everyone.
This is a clan family. So what it is there is no orphan. A female will take another orphan kid immediately.
Plus, it's polyandry as well. The males have their
Multiple.
They all have everybody.
They're the
Can I
pride.
make a really good carousel?
Nice.
Oh yes, yes. Please ride on the spinning blade unicorn.
Don't ride that one. Don't ride that one.
One of my arms are safe-ish.
Two of them can carry like 40 kids. No
Yeah.
big deal. But there's no safety belts on them.
The parents wake up in the morning, they just hear kids screaming. They run out.
One of them.
8 kids are just being swung around really, really
There you go.
fast.
There's a pile of them in the snow where they've been thrown off. Do it again!
And they immediately attack and kill us all.
Exactly. There's an effigy where the robot used to.
Something's fun going on here. We must slay it.
Yeah.
There hasn't been fun here in 300 years.
So there's a whole pile of techno stuff that's been added to
Between
your bag
all of
this
us.
morning. We'll deal with
Okay.
that.
We'll
deal with that
take
after
stock later.
After you've been
Excommunicated.
Yes.
Okay.
But when
She does use the box, and just to speak to him, and she says, "Thank you very much for making a part of our family, but I realize I'm causing you a danger." I recognize
it's not only you, sister, because you proved yourself by bringing the meat back. So you already remember they already embraced you as a member of the Kith last time. You've fulfilled a second part of the test by bringing the meat.
Food back.
So you've successfully continued that process,
But,
but it's actually the failure of both of you to bring this abomination, this man thing, into our
Into the midst.
yes, yeah, whatever heart.
I imagine that there's a small trial and it's like evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a name.
Just tag 1. Evidence 1 on his arm. Good. Help! Heart!
The
Heart helping!
prosecutor walks
Heart
up.
fixing!
Prosecutor walks up. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need any more evidence.
Defense rests!
Defense rests.
Prosecutor rests!
I've made my case. These people have been found guilty of not only
So
having
there's no one like
contraband.
cutting anything or
no, nothing.
All right.
Actually, when you walk close, they walk away. Probably.
I'm not asking to help people. I'm asking to help village. There's work. You get what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
But you're trying to not do that.
There's resistance.
Yeah, the problem is you are just too outside.
Well, the thing is, if there's any work that's visually needs to be done, he can just start helping without needing direction or
Right. So
prove he's help.
if they were in a place where they had like a lot of wood to be chopped, you would have been the perfect one.
Or if they were cutting the skin,
Yeah,
he
but
can
there's no
help cut
wood
it.
around here.
If they're digging a poop hole, he can dig a mean poop hole.
You want to be a septic bot?
Hey, that's what it takes.
We did a pit to hiss in.
Heart help.
Exactly.
Didn't say how.
Oh, he loves his job.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've just been fired.
Yes.
But she says, is there nothing Ice can do to stay with you?
Oh, Ice cares about you more than he cares about his people.
It's customary for people in the clan not to speak during these little trials, but I'm just like,
He's just like, what? What am I, chop liver?
when did I say this?
Because you did not stop me.
Ice cares about you.
No, he made it clear that he listened to you. You gave him recommendations, and he did what you asked. That was best for the tribe, for the kid.
Then I am at fault for not being more aware.
Yeah. Yes. You are correct. And we not hold
Malice.
malice. We simply require you to leave the kith. If at Anchorage we meet again, we can certainly consider hunting together next year.
Oh, so they're kicking us out now.
All right.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, that's
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was at Anchorage they were officially.
That would be nice. This is
Yeah. This is
last straw. It's like go and do, because if you'd have gone on hunting and just came back with the meat, and then yes, sure we'd have made it all the way to Anchorage. There wouldn't have been any problem. But
of course.
So, John,
yes,
during this discussion,
yes,
Hart
mm-hmm.
is going to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine some kid's about to point it out, and then mom just shushes him.
Exactly.
It's like,
His head's kind of tilted down. Eyes are blue.
Exactly.
Walking off into the snowstorm.
You've got the LED lights with little tears.
teardrop.
Stop halfway to the horizon and turn your head completely around. Shake it and roll back to forward.
Heartfelt.
You took my damn solar charger.
Tucked under one
I
arm.
needed more than you did.
No, all I can imagine is just with just a little bit of a devilish wink at the end.
No, it's actually to look up and going, yep, this is east. Okay. Anything headed for the sun.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd the evidence go?
She negotiates for some sort of extra clothing if she can.
Oh, they're going to equip you. They're not evil. When you guys leave in the morning, you'll have
It's not a disgraceful ban. It's more or less just a
we can't
keep you anymore.
we can't trust you to protect the kid. You put the interests of men over the interest of the kid.
Hart was only ever an illusion.
Except for the fact that you guys can see the tracks in the snow in the morning.
Passed by a gnome.
His little claw things are big enough to leave tracks? Damn.
Oh no, it's the rotation. He's going to literally trough the snow ahead of him.
No, see, each time he steps, it leaves a 6-pointed star. 6 of them.
And but
6 pointed stars each step.
Damn, your solar panel's gone.
Gotta go get it.
gotta go get. I have to get that solar panel.
Yeah, or else you're going to break the gears eventually on the way.
Yeah, and I cannot. She would.
So the other things you'll find in your little pack of goodies in the morning after you guys have made your cheerful goodbyes.
I'll make a list between the two of us.
You will find an assortment of different wires and cables, including what you are looking for, the two-headed connector.
I wonder what they were using this for.
No, this is okay. So, to their standpoint, this is all jewelry.
Oh,
This is the. I'm flaunting my independence to the tribe when the tribe isn't looking stuff. You know?
oh,
There's probably like 2 teeth like stuck into the prong end. And then they were wearing it like a necklace.
Tying the knot,
Yeah.
actually tying little knots in them.
It's basically like an anarchy pendant necklace.
Mm-hmm.
When you work for a government building.
Right. And there's a functioning solar clock. They didn't get any context for it because it's just numbers going around on a dial. It doesn't mean anything to them.
Oh, so
Cool
it's an
hat
actual.
though.
What's that?
Cool hat.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Every 12 hours it rings for some
We
reason.
find it through random things.
Yeah. This is the stuff that they give you because it's stuff that they're
Trying to offload.
they're tech mementos that they need. They feel now that you've drawn attention to it. There may be a little bit of a
ban
everybody
on it.
check.
They smell the winds of anti-tech blowing.
Right.
all right.
We had a very bad experience with one gnome.
Yes. Long ago.
One tink gnome long ago.
There'd be let's see, an external battery pack,
Oh, that's nice.
uncharged, of course.
On charge. And once the sun comes up.
Yeah, but it's small. It may be used to jumpstart somebody big, but not wouldn't power them at any time.
Okay.
It might be a backup battery for your machine if the crank was not working.
Yes.
It's like we would use a water bottle. Just a few good glugs in a water bottle.
Just enough.
A power hip flask, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a 5-hour energy thing.
Literally.
Maybe not 5 hours.
half
but
hour.
Yeah.
Half hour energy drink.
So you could get even more work done.
Exactly.
Depends if I turn on power saving mode or not.
Exactly. There also would be a sound cartridge for translation purposes that is not labeled.
It's not what?
Not labeled. You don't know what language it would be translating.
Okay.
Looks like
It speaks some
Nintendo
dead
64.
language that no one understands. Hello, bonjour. Eat up.
No, it's you
Bonjour.
recognize
Comment allez-vous?
it as something that would fit into your machine,
Yeah.
but you don't know what that other language is.
I'm le du fromage.
I might put it on there and see what I get from it. Oh, you mean other than Terran? Because the base.
Well, we don't know what it is.
Oh, so there's another one. How do I have the one for there?
You're speaking in common, and it's translating to common. And you're speaking in your language, which is Terran, and it's translating it to common.
Okay.
This translates to another language, but you don't know what that.
From
language
what?
But from
is. From
what?
Terran.
From Terran.
So it's a Terran device.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm saying.
It's a Terran device card.
This is all stuff they. Oh, that would be another thing. You wouldn't like this. You actually find an emblem from the side of the craft you were on, indicating that the guy might have traded with this camp some of the stuff he got from your crash.
Well, that's where half the stuff probably came from.
Okay.
Is it it's an Asa emblem?
Yeah.
Find like a toothbrush.
She hides it in that secret under pocket that she has her pack symbol in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got
for
the
now.
name. It's
So
got.
I'm writing everything down, but if you want that thing, go ahead and add it to your character sheet. I'll just cross it
Yeah.
off.
It's
No, just keep it.
it's got the name Exocet. EXOCET.
EXOCTE?
No, ET.
ET.
Exocet?
Exocet.
Exocet.
Okay, I have
Exocet.
cables,
Exocet.
wires,
Kit.
double end.
Anything else?
Yes.
Oh boy.
A jeweler's repair kit. little tiny screwdriver, little tiny wrenches.
Oh, cool. Just a moment. Double N plug.
Does it have a name tag on it or anything?
Now, what's a
A
Nassau
big J.
Big H.
emblem? A Nassau emblem.
With a X's on
What was that?
EXOCET.
EXOCET.
CET. Yep.
Exocet.
There we go.
There you go.
And that is it.
And what was the last thing?
A
Oh,
jeweler's repair kit.
And more Nidlap.
Jewelers.
Rob Ding Dang.
You don't know what a more Nidlap is?
Palindrome backwards.
Okay, jewelers.
But that's an
repair kit.
actual thing.
Yeah.
It's something that
have
spells
a
a different word. When it's
Language
spelled-
cylinder unknown.
So race car is race car. It's a palindrome. But palindrome is an amordinlap because an amordinlap is something that spells something different when it's spelled backwards. Like delicacy. No. Delicate. And no, I'm thinking the wrong word.
Okay.
Okay. You'll remember it one time.
Wow.
I just
What
have to
happened?
write it down.
No. Oh, no.
Not now.
Never.
Okay.
Hmm?
Things later.
Nothing.
I feel threatened.
You shouldn't.
What's that?
Nothing.
We're not going to talk about it right now. Things,
Oh,
people, and places.
Things, people, things. All right.
Okay.
So everybody is kind of solemn in the morning as they explain that you have violated the tenet of protection that the kith represents, and you are hereby, exiled for a duration not to be any shorter than the rest of this hunting season.
Okay.
And that perhaps we will see you once again, and if we meet at Anchorage, we can discuss potential of hunting together in the future years. And wish you well, and send you on your way.
I give sorrowful goodbyes to all the children and everything.
Well, several of the people that are older than you have been exiled in the past,
Mm-hmm.
so they just pat you on the shoulder and say, "Yeah, we'll see you." To them, it's like, no big deal. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
It's my first exile,
Exactly.
man. I don't know. All right, maybe I'll take this time to go on sabbatical and find myself.
Find you. Exactly.
I've never been exiled before. This is a whole new feeling.
Exactly.
Was I given
Well,
6 arrowheads of ancestry?
I-
You do get to keep your 6 ancestral arrowheads.
Do I keep
They
the,
take your 6 back, by the way.
Yeah.
the
She'll
little
see if she can get
tri-blade
regular
sail
arrows.
thing?
Okay,
Keep
without-
that?
They
Take
get
one?
that you keep one rigger. Yep.
One.
Okay.
And
Is
a
it
tent.
possible to get like a spear?
Well, they would more than likely give you a harpoon.
A harpoon. Okay.
For
And
whalers on
then I'll need regular arrows. Do they even have regular arrows?
They don't.
Damn, I'm stuck. Okay.
He's got a few regular arrows, but it's not something that they're going to give away.
Okay.
But they do make sure you've got a good hunting knife and all of that.
She says thank you, but she has her survival knife, and she does have
They're giving you a scrimshaw knife. You won't turn it down. It's family.
Oh, no.
I have a question.
Yeah.
it's a
Has
big,
the storm ever blown in?
No, the storm is still pending.
Okay. I guess we're headed to Anchorage.
All right. So it's 9:30. Do we want to keep going a little bit, or do we want to call it there?
Well, I think that actually this is probably a pretty good place to call it for this week. And,
Okay.
Because then we actually deal with the fun of being the exiles that you are now.
Are we the bad guys?
But no, we're not the bad guys.
Not yet.
Oh, but we can conclude this portion in that you follow the tracks, and you'll find him on a hillside, and you'll be basically the storm is upon you. So that the whole point was that you're going to be back together before the storm hits. That's
Okay.
He's just holding the solar panel.
oh, I get it. And the music playing is
I don't know.
wham.
Here comes the sun.
No, I was just thinking of John Cusack with the sound box over his head.
Oh, no. There's no one to romance.
And the music playing is.
Sorry.
What's that?
Did we turn on?
No, we're not
No,
doing
we're
that.
not.
Oh,
We're not done
we're still
yet.
live.
Yeah, we're still.
Sorry, I got like 3 pings in a row, so
You got 3 pings?
yeah, I got a thing.
Okay.
So
We will be concluding, and thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.
there will be much rejoicing.
And watch for us tomorrow for Fellstone Chronicles. Yay!
Yay.
Everybody wave.